Let's start with Gareth. He's always number one in my heart.
Hello, I'm Gareth. I'm Will's favourite, which is the most important thing of all. I am Suddenly Pandas in chat. I've been here for a while. I'm a pretty big deal. I'm going to be playing a weird mix of two characters today. I'm going to be playing a goblin girl called Peg, who is posing. She's a charlatan thief pretending to be a little girl named Pearl. And she's goblin. Level 1 is terrifying as usual because one hit can kill you. Anything else, Will?
No, that's all. Bloodjack, any possible round of Star Wars Age of the Empire in the future? Maybe in the future if we ever get Finbar on like a Star Wars hit again, we might do some more. And I can confirm I am now a full-blooded American Quintus, yes. Alright, let's go around to Lee. How's it going, Lee?
Hello.
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 You sounded surprised to hear me.
I was like, shit, that's my name.
Shit.
Hello. Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. Considerably not tired and not stressed out for once, which is really nice. I'm playing a kobold called Eske Moller, and she is quite a tall kobold at 4'10", and she likes shiny things and very good at her sort of senses, and like she's not very good at eyesight, so she has to wear goggles all the time. But besides that, that's her.
SK Muller just reminds me of Edna Mode in kobold form.
Yeah.
Edna Mode.
Edna Mode. Yeah.
Such a good movie. All right, we have Sydney with us today. How's it going, Sydney?
Hi, it's me. Hello.
Hello.
I'm playing Hilasi, and she is a changeling sorcerer, and she's kind of stupid. she's pretty dumb, and that's about it.
Excellent. Asgren, what's up?
Hello. It's almost as if I was here before. I am going to be playing Emrin the Druid, who is not very charismatic, not very strong, but he is very wise.
Okay. All right. Cool. We'll see about that, I suppose. Wisdom, kobolds, stupid people, goblins. What could go wrong? I cannot believe. I cannot understand what could possibly go wrong with this group. So we are playing Princess of the Apocalypse, which is one of the modules that we haven't yet played through. Previously, we've done Out of the Abyss, we did Storm King's Thunder, Curse of Strahd, Lost Mine of Phandelver. So we figured we'd try and wrap up the other modules that we haven't done yet before Tales from the Yawning Portal comes out. So and we've got new things to try, or old things as they actually are. But we're gonna dive into the story here in a few seconds, but before we do that, I remind you guys of the ways that you can interact with today's show, as per usual. So we are on our road to 10,000 followers, and every 20 followers, you guys get to decide something which happens next in our game. So if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us, because we're only a couple of followers away. I need to update that to 16, I think, 17, I can't remember. 17 now, yeah. And when we hit 20, you guys are going to throw out your ideas in the chat. There's going to be some shenanigans going on, and these guys are going to have to roll with whatever you guys decide is the best idea from your collective brain minds. So that'll be fun. Also, here's the tweet. When we get to 20 retweets, we'll have another viewer decision, and of course, one new subscriber or patron on Patreon, and we'll have more shenanigans going on throughout the day. Of course, you can affect the game by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges. I nearly said wild magic scholars for a second there, and so much worse. Check out underneath, donate for more info on that. And of course, if you're a subscriber, you do have wild magic surges to use as well. What happens at 10k? Special secret naughty things happen at 10,000. So you just wait and see. We'll bring out the jazz music. So let's have some quick visual descriptions of our characters. We'll dive into the story here. After we hear what you guys look like. So let's start with Peg Pearl.
Pearl, as you see Peg normally, she looks about like a 12, 13-year-old girl. She has dark hair pulled into pigtails. Her face looks a little bit weird to look at, but it's because it's caked in makeup to make her skin look, instead of green, to kind of a palish white. She wears a dress. little shoes, just like a girl basically. But underneath all that makeup, she's just kind of a grotty little goblin.
Yeah, play what you know, right?
Yeah, so I'm playing a woman who's actually a goblin, a female goblin, but still.
Perfect. Lee, remind us, what does Eska look like?
Eske. She is a 4'11" kobold with like greenish scales. She's more of a dragony looking kobold. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll link Rem's picture. There you go.
Good idea.
In the chat, that's what she looks like. She dresses like a raggedy Jedi with like a little sort of flowing cloths, and she wields sort of like a quarterstaff on her back. And that sort of serves as her like focus, I guess.
Nice.
She has to wear smoked goggles all the time as well, because in bright light she's blind because she's used to living underground. So
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah, and if you guys are interested in seeing their character sheets, exclamation point sheets, you can find all the information about the characters and a picture of them as well. Cool. Sydney, what does Halacey look like?
Lacey's a changeling, so she's got like kind of grayish, transparent skin, and she's got like fluffy purple hair, and she wears kind of cool, leathery stuff. She looks kind of intimidating just to kind of cover up the fact that she's really dumb. So maybe you won't talk to her, and then you won't realize that she doesn't know what's going on.
Cool. And finally, Emran, what do you look like? You sound muted.
I am muted. First and foremost, Emran is an old man. He is not a young, spry druid. He wears kind of like druidic robes and stuff like made of hide and leather, and layered on top of that is like a thick shawl or kind of whatever those shoulder covering cloak things are, made of like moss and twigs. He has a big bird's skull that he wears covering his face, which you can just see his long kind of scraggly beard and hair, gray hair kind of peeking out from under, and he walks, very hunched over with a kind of gnarled staff, quarterstaff slash magical wizard staff type thing as his walking stick. And yeah, he talks a little like this. He's very slow, very old. You have to give him time. You understand?
What does he smell like?
Smells very much like the decaying earth.
Nice. Good. So a healthy decaying smell comes from Enron. Awesome. So a bit of backstory on this campaign. We are set in the Sword Coast, of course, and I thought it would only be right if we kind of picked up from a similar place where we were in Storm King's Thunder. So the world is currently being torn apart by giants, and there are a famous group of adventurers known as the Giant Walkers who are solving the problem. Apparently, there have been dragon attacks, giant attacks have been very common, and generally order and rule within the Sword Coast has gone to shit. No one's really able to control their own borders and boundaries, and so towns aren't very safe at the moment. Most people flock to the cities, and certainly villages are very unsafe to be around. Due to a recent kind of migration of goblins and kobolds, due to the fact that kobolds worship dragons most often, and a lot of goblins also find themselves following armies of giants around. There has been quite an influx of them, hence why we see Pearl and Eska here in the Sword Coast. And due to the amount of them in the area, not all of them are evil worshipping dragons following around groups of armies trying to kill people. Many of them are, peaceful, fun-loving individual adventurers who are looking for a good time and for adventure. So the group of you are going to be starting off your campaign together. So for one reason or another, you found yourselves together traveling on the road, most likely for safety in numbers potentially, because the roads these days are very unsafe. But know that in the world at the moment, war is brewing and very much on the go. Most factions are fighting against giants or dragons in a pretty hard-fought battle right now, but plenty of legends going around of adventuring groups, and so Certainly, you wouldn't expect for kobolds and goblins to get a warm reception around here, but they're not going to kill you on sight because, well, you know, there's too many people to fight right now, so picking fights isn't a good idea. So you have come to the Somber Hills, and there are several leads that I gave you guys in your backstories that you might have an interest in kind of exploring, I said, figure out what your one was and why you've decided to journey here to the town of Red Larch. Now, the inhabitants of Red Larch are a fairly peaceful folk, but the tensions in the area are getting higher and higher. The problems in the lands are getting worse and worse, and so the townsfolk are certainly becoming very fearful. But you've travelled here to Red Larch, and you're going to be arriving here as we start our adventure. But what are the reasons for you guys coming here? So let's start, and for traveling with this group of adventurers, how did you guys meet up, I suppose? So let's start with Pearl.
Okay, so again, Pearl is like, it's a fabrication. She is a personality she invented. She kind of left her goblin society, the cave where she was in probably maybe a while ago, and she decided she wanted a taste of the better life. She saw how these humans lived in the cities. She obviously tried to get in, and goblins aren't well thought of, so she was kicked out, and she found a way of secreting herself in by caking her face in white paint and pretending to be kind of a human. And once she got a taste for that, she kind of secreted herself into that society where she got adopted by a wealthy kind of aristocratic family, and she's got a father who she calls Papa and a mother who she calls Mama. But sometime a couple of weeks ago, she received a letter written in Goblin telling her to come to the thieves' lair or a bandit's lair or something like that near Red Larch. And obviously, how could someone know that who she was? It's kind of shocked her. She thought she was very comfortable. She thought she'd escaped that life, and now she's dragged back into it. So she's had to make her way over there.
Cool. So she kind of pretends to be a human at most.
Yeah. So she's a goblin, but she kind of got a taste of this human lifestyle, and she now doesn't want to give it up.
Cool. Awesome. What are Eska's reasons for coming to Red Larch?
Eske is a lover of shiny things, and she was one of like a handful of scouting kobolds from her original like nest that were sent out onto surface level to try and get shiny, so they have like things to barter with fellow kobolds, other kobold clans, things like that. Now the reason she's traveling to Red Larch is because she broke off from that scout group to try and break away and find a new nest, a new like pack to stay with. So she stumbled upon these guys, I guess, because they didn't want to kill her at first sight. So she jingles as she walks with like random bits of shell, with marbles, with bits of coin and arrowheads and things, and she just hopes to sell some stuff to try and like live up to her ideal, which is like, I am the servant of a dragon, I protect people, I've been chosen by a dragon to serve them, and I need to live up to this. So she kind of needs to, she's got a lot going on in her little head.
Cool. What about Halazy?
So basically, back in the day, as we've acknowledged, Halazy is pretty dumb, and so she decided that she wanted to study and become like a better sorcerer and just get a kind of a grip on what is going on. So she went for an internship with this like super powerful wizard dude, but because she looks really creepy and demonic and also is dumb, she knew that like she wouldn't be picked. So because she's a changeling, she like disguised herself as this really hot elf girl, and he picked her just because she was really hot. And then he like saw what she really looked like and sent her away and didn't teach her any magic stuff. So now she wants to get revenge on this dude. But he's also like a super powerful wizard guy, so she's teamed up with these people because she knows that he would kill her if she was by herself.
Nice. Cool. And Emran, what links you to Red Larch?
So Emran he's a very old druid. He used to have an order. He used to have like a circle that he belonged to, but he does not anymore. And for reasons that he may get into at some point. But now he just kind of wanders the world because he is he doesn't really take up with druids too much, because his calling, once he was exiled or once he lost his own order, he discovered what he considers to be the truth about how nature really operates, and that doesn't jive well with a lot of townsfolk and a lot of druid orders. A lot of townsfolk in particular see him as some sort of almost like a necromancer, but he's not. He really isn't. He just very, very heavily believes that the whole point of nature is balance, and that means that once something dies, it should be returned to the earth. Maybe, and he has the sort of magic capabilities to help that. But he also has this strange thing, is when he does return a corpse to the earth, it sort of springs up this little fungus plant creature in its place, and those tend to follow him around for a little while, and people don't really take to these too much because they kind of see them as horrible monsters. And so he took up with this particular group because they were all kind of misfits. They all kind of didn't really have a place in society.
Speak for yourself.
And it lets him sort of travel and perform his obeisance, his ritual, without having to worry about being cast out.
I see. Cool. So, an interesting bunch of adventurers today, heading into Red Larch. Thank the Earthen Lady for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentle lady and a scholar. So, let's dive into things. So you see the town of Red Larch before you. It appears to be at the center of a crossroads, and is kind of built upon these two roads which kind of conjoin together at this crossroads. There are plenty of buildings that have been built up around it. It looks like quite a bustling little town, and it's surrounded by large hills. So pretty much everywhere you've gone since traveling to here from wherever you may have come from has been very, very hilly. And in that terrain you may have ran across all sorts of different creatures and problems whilst you were on that journey here to Red Larch. But it looks like the first bit of respite that you will have found for some time. You can see several taverns, and one fairly reputable one, and a couple more shady-looking sort of taverns in the area. And the smell of like leatherworking, tanning, and stuff is floating up from the town. Looks like it has quite an industry in that as well. And of course, surrounding the areas, there are lakes and pools and fields where people are working, and there are cattle grazing. So very much a well and alive medieval fantasy town that you're looking at here. But there's something in the air which is only really perceptible to the keen adventurer. There's tension in this town, and indeed, as there's tension in much of the land at this time, you feel like there's something brewing here, which might not be too good. But we see you guys on the top of a hill, looking down on the long road into Red Larch. So what are you guys doing at this point? Let's hand over to the players.
So I imagine I'm kind of. Is there any of you that would have taken kind of the matriarchal or patriarchal role over me, and maybe? Because I would have kind of played up to that a little bit. No one would have taken me under your wing. I'd have just kind of been rolling along. Okay, you're all heartless.
I would have been trading like pebbles with you. Like I would have been interested in like what shiny things you had and showing you my shiny things and maybe doing that. But
yeah, I imagine I come from a fairly affluent family that I've been adopted into, so I'd have had lots of fancy shiny things. Probably just costume jewelry, but very shiny nonetheless. I don't think any of you would know that I'm a goblin at this point. I probably, maybe the way we would have met up was I would have suggested I was going the same way as you, and maybe it would have sparked some questions why a kind of 12, 13-year-old would want to go to a bandit-y location on her own. So I'd have kind of hooked up with you to avoid those questions. But I'd be kind of following along diligently to kind of just keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Seeming a little bit on edge.
What is Halezi doing at this point?
I feel like I also have a very young mentality, so I feel like we would have more of like a sister type relationship, like rebellious teen sort of thing going.
We'd have been playing I Spy for about 4.5 hours and not getting bored of it.
Yeah. We were playing like travel games. So.
Yeah. Like, we'd have been like just trying to throw stones at the little mushroom man.
We were trying to throw mushroom men at
Yeah.
mushroom men.
Perfect. What is Eska doing?
Eska, yeah, she's just finding shiny pebbles and like showing Pearl. Is it Pearl now?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Pearl's
so
what you
we
would
know
have.
you as Pearl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So she'd have been showing Pearl and maybe like, because she's quite small, she'd have like tried to get, I guess, climb onto people and try and like thread shiny bits in their hair and, you know, just just look at shiny things on the way and like just point out things and go, oh, it's good, let's go this way. And then she'll kind of like scamper off and come back and, I don't know, she's good at living off the land, so she'll find like berries and stuff and keep people happy and sweet on the way.
Okay, cool. And last but not least, Emran. What is he doing as you're coming into Red Larch?
He's most likely like just either working on I don't know, some kind of meditation thing. Like, he doesn't really do too much. He does tend to sort of cultivate plants and like mushrooms and stuff wherever he goes, just using sort of druid craft to sort of make things appear nicer. But he mostly does it to, like, if he finds a downed log, like a fallen log or something, he'll make groves of mushrooms and plants and stuff to consume the nutrients and sort of return unused material to its life cycle. Which possibly in some cases he might just do it to, like, I don't know, like a farmer's pile of firewood or something, like maybe stuff that he's not supposed to. But he doesn't really get up to too much on his own. He just kind of hangs around and just mumbles about things. He's not very coherent.
Okay, so the group of you begin to work your way into Red Larch, and as you enter in here, you see that there are plenty of people kind of giving you odd looks as you're entering in, particularly at Eski, as she is not of the generally accepted races from here, and certainly giving you guys a kind of bit of a strange eye as you're walking in. You do smell that kind of tanning smell getting even kind of stronger as you come in here, and you see a leather worker hard at work, a blacksmith beating on some metal, and you see several taverns here. Like I said, there's one which is about 3 stories high, which reads the Swinging Sword, and it's a stone structure, which appears to be, despite the time of day being, kind of evening as you're coming in, already quite busy, despite the fact it's not prime drinking hours just yet. And you see a couple of other kind of shadier looking taverns around here as well, further down the road. And there's a bakery which looks like it's just about to be closing up. There's a smell of fresh bread and sweet buns coming from that area, and there's a young girl who is just kind of closing shop up there, and she has a basket full of bread to take back home with her. And there's a couple of smiths at the blacksmith, like I was saying, a butcher, there's a baker, and of course, no candlestick maker, unfortunately.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, strangely enough. But there is, further down the road, you can see a kind of caravan, which is led by a couple of sellswords by the looks of things. And further on into the fields, there are people just finishing up their day and working their way towards the taverns to finish up their day. What are you guys doing or going? Stuff like that.
I'm going to head towards the bakery. Papa always let me have a sweet roll before dinner, and I've not had one for weeks. So, would that be okay?
Is sweet roll shiny? Is shiny and good?
They're kind of frosted. You've never had a sweet roll.
I kind of grab you by the shoulders.
Come on.
Take me to sweet roll. Yes.
I
Oh, wait, don't leave me here. And like she's coming. She's like has a really clumsy run, and she's like, wait.
Is he gonna come? He's kind of coming everywhere. But are you coming, Mr. Mold?
We call him Mr. Mold behind his back, and then I cover my mouth.
Mr. Mold, and we all go hee.
He's just gonna kind of like as he kind of like gets off the car. We came in by cart, right?
No, you just walked.
Oh, well then he'll kind of be like, where can an old man rest his bones, find a place to meditate in solitude? I must feed Gimlet. You know, Gimlet is his pet rat that sort of lives in the moss on his shoulder.
I imagine if you've taken so long to finish your sentence, like we've gone. And you
Yeah. Yeah, no, he does that a lot.
They're not clothes.
He just kind of shakes his head, and he kind of like again the beak kind of this bird skull that's on his head just kind of swaying back and forth. It's just tavern it is, I suppose.
Alright, so Emran heads towards the tavern, and the others rush towards the young girl who's got the basket of sweet rolls. And you guys rush up to her just as she's closing shop. And she looks at you, kind of starts as she sees Eske, and she's like, oh!
Eske stands there and...
Oh, sorry, I wasn't, hi,
It's okay. She's just a little bit lumpy. You get used to her after a little while.
yeah.
I'm not here to hurt you. I give you... She sort of, I guess she's kind of the first to offer like a coin for one of her sweet rolls, and she says, you have this shiny for that shiny.
I see, yes, of course. She hands you one of the sweet rolls, which is kind of like covered in sugar, and
She kind of gently places the coin in her hands to try and like mimic the gentle nature of a human transaction. And she puts it in her hand, and then she kind of wraps her claws around this sweet roll and then gently pulls it away. And once it's out of her hand, she'll just go and like rub it right in her face.
yeah, she's oh wow. I haven't met a kobold before.
She's wagging her tail. She says, not many of us about up here.
No. I imagine with the wars going on, that it's not so easy to get around. Do you want any sweet rolls? My name's Lauren, by the way.
Hello, Lauren. My name's Pearl.
Hello, Pearl.
I'll have one, please, as well. I've got a shiny penny here. I don't want. I noticed that one was a little bit stale. My papa is Darwin Vanderbilt from Waterdeep. He's you should probably know that name, and don't give me any rubbish, okay?
I don't know him actually, but I'm sure he's very important. And here's your roll, and she exchanges.
I want that one.
This roll, okay.
Okay, yes.
I kind of eagerly give the kind of penny or gold coin over, then I sit myself down cross-legged and kind of eat it next to the kobold.
And she looks at her lazy. And you?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Well, you kids aren't from around here, right?
No. I'm from Waterdeep, as I said. I'm looking for,
And I give the name of this is it a, so I'm looking for the bandit camp.
So yeah,
I guess it's got a kind of more fluffy name than that.
you might not have like a direct like address, I suppose.
I'm kind of playing that I was given that as a rough location to head to from this letter. So just kind of something I'd kind of inquire about where that was.
Okay, you could. Sure. She says. Well, I wouldn't really be the person to ask about that. You could ask around the. I suppose they'd let you in the tavern. I think you might be looking for a man named Hayon. I believe he is a man who lives outside of the law. Might be the person you're looking for. If so, he's up in the Desserin Hills north from here. That's a very dangerous road to travel.
During this conversation, I want to like take one and eat it while she's not looking.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Cheeky minx.
What can I say?
You cheeky minx.
You cheeky minx.
I'm coming. Everyone just
Hold tight.
tight.
Waiting with bated breath.
18.
18. Yeah, you snatch away a sweet roll. Later on, down the line, a guard will no doubt ask her if somebody has stolen her sweet roll. So you snatch it and kind of put it away before she sees, and she says, "That's a very dangerous road going up into the Desserin Hills. I really wouldn't advise that. There was a man recently. He came back and he was really hurt. Now, anyone with a decent insight, this guy definitely didn't come back alive.
He was really hurt.
Yeah.
Please don't patronize me. I'm very well educated. I know what the area around here is like. I'm okay. Don't panic.
And like Halesi
I
has a
can't
mouth.
deal with this character.
Halesi's gonna have like a mouthful of sweet roll and be like, "We're gonna be totally fine. You know what we're doing."
Well, she kind of frowns at you, realizing you're eating. Well,
What?
I'm just saying, be careful, okay? Listen, it's getting late. Do you have a place to stay?
Tavern has beds, yes.
Well, yes. Go to the Swinging Swords. It's much nicer than any of the other taverns around here. The lady in there will look after you.
They don't mind kobolds.
No. She's well. It might be a little bit of a surprise, but Kaylessa there, she's very open-minded, and she's always taking in adventurers who are usually some odd sorts, so you should be fine. Tell her that Lauren sent you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your sweet roll was quite delicious. Not quite Waterdeep standard, but for what you've got here, it's fantastic.
Well, we try our best here in Red Larch.
Yes, you tried. That's the main thing.
To SK, it tastes like the best wedding cake in the world. Like, she's just used to eating grubs out of the wall, so she's still kind of like shiny-eyed and very like, thank you for shiny.
That's okay. Come back anytime. I'll be opening up in the morning. And she's gonna get us over.
I assume that you've probably been eating like the worms and stuff that like Emran kind of brings out of the ground. Like
So when she scampers off to go and get like berries and nice bits out of the forest, she'll dish them out to everyone else, and then she'll scamper up your back and sort of like rustle in your shoulders and pick all the mushrooms off your head and stuff, and she'll just like
Oh my god, that's so
she's
gross.
like, I know it's gross, but she is well sustained just on Emran's being. Just like,
Just on his filth.
Emran's produce.
he just shakes his shoulders and maggots and grubs fall out.
yeah. This is like heaven for SK. So to have a sweet roll is like she's gonna be on a sugar high for
You're like,
3 years.
You should put bugs on this.
So, I wanted to thank Konica Panda 22 for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. We are just one follower away from a viewer decision. So if you guys haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. So, I'm guessing that Emran went into the Swinging Swords.
Yeah, he ordered a drink of their earthiest ale and then probably fell asleep at the table.
So, the group of you look inside, and to your horror, Emran has died at a table. He does not look like there's any life left in him. He's looks like, to be honest, he looks like a decayed corpse because of all like the mold and the and the mushrooms growing on him.
He wears it like a fine garment.
It's classy.
I'm like the classiest dead person in this tavern.
You also haven't seen much of his face because of the bird head that's on it. So
yeah. You step inside, and there's a lot of people in here, mostly kind of adventuring types, mostly kind of like adults, and you see the kind of the half-orc barbarian next to the elf ranger, that kind of thing. There are lots of partying groups around here, and a lot of faces turn towards you guys as you enter in, particularly looking at Eske again.
Eske's sort of developed a habit now in that whenever she goes somewhere where she knows she's not really meant to be, she sort of enters with her little hands up.
Okay, that's cute. So the woman at the bar is a girl, probably like a late 20s, with some long red hair, and she's got her kind of sleeves rolled up, and she's working the bar at the moment, and she looks over at you guys and says, welcome in. Welcome to the Swinging Swords. My name is Kalessa. How can I help you? It's okay, everybody. You can shut the hell up. And everyone returns to their beers.
I kind of stare down at you. She's just a kobold, Don't look at her like that.
Okay,
It's okay. It's because I'm shiny.
Emran will from his sleep, kind of shaking some dirt off him, and he says, "Oh, there you are. Come sit. I found us a table."
We're just speaking to this lady. Lorette.
Is Lauren the keeper of the shiny? Mm-hmm.
Lauren told us this was a mighty fine place to stay.
Oh, does she run the bakery?
Yes,
Yes.
She sold us some subpar sweet rolls.
It was delicious.
I didn't have one, but if I did, I would say she needed to add nutmeg.
Well, I suppose you can probably take that up with Lauren. Do you need rooms for the night? Drinks? We do serve a variety of cordials and also, of course, spirits for those who are of age.
You have mead.
I do.
I have a dish of mead, please. Just a little dish.
Like in a bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please, yes. Mm.
Okay.
I have shiny for it. Would you? How much is dish?
First one's in the house. You're only the second kobold to ever be served at the Swinging Swords.
There's two of us.
There is another who has stayed here in the past. His name is Deacon.
Deacon. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you so much. If you see him again, tell him Eske say hi. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure he'll come round at some point or another. He's one of our longest-serving patrons. And for you, little lady, looks at Pearl.
I think you find that my mama lets me have a sip of her wine before lunch, so I'll have a wine, please.
Very well. She pours a wine. Old man.
Yes. How are you? What day is it?
It's Wednesday.
Ah, Wednesday. Very well. He kind of pulls his tankard to him, and he kind of pull a small little pouch with a leather stopper at the top, and kind of flick it open. You see him kind of sprinkle some sort of powder into his ale, and he says, "Wouldn't you like some? Very good."
she pours you out a drink. And you?
So we get free stuff if we look like that? What's it?
You got a problem?
No, I'm just wondering.
What are you gonna drink?
Is it free?
No.
But what if I look like that?
Listen, what are you going to drink, if anything? Or do you just need a room?
This is really aggressive and I'm uncomfortable and I don't actually know how to respond. Someone, please help me.
Well,
Someone else in the party, please.
I get it. That's fine.
The young lady would like her wine, and please just sit down. That's fine. Calm down.
Okay.
I imagine I'm looking a bit green because I confidently took a glass of this wine and I've never had that much and it's not that nice.
Your makeup's coming off.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like,
So you find a table to sit down at, and what's the name? Kaylessa brings over your drinks.
So Edmund will say, "Now I have done some listening. I've been very, very perceptive, if I do say so myself. They're talking about activity outside of town. I don't know if any of you particularly were interested in finding some, making some money to assist in your travels."
What kind of money?
I assume the kind that you spend on things.
Oh, I forgot sarcasm didn't work with this one. I mean, well, I've heard it's quite dangerous. Apparently, a man met his end. Lauren did want to say, but I could tell by her eyes he was murdered.
Was he properly buried or returned to the earth? Is his corpse still lying around?
It's no matter. He dead.
Yes, as we said, a body, a living thing must be returned to the earth.
Your mushroom man speak is making me laugh. No, he dead. He did not return. His god is dead.
I do. She let me know about a man called Hayon, or something like that. He's on the outskirts of the town, and he apparently he works in slightly shadier circles, and he may well have some information on where I need to go. So, if it would be not too much trouble, it might be nice to have a little bit of company to get there. If you could trouble yourself, my papa would be very grateful, and I'm sure he would reward you if you're needing to take on errands to more whatever that is in your. I'm not even sure what you are under there.
Yeah, I'm a normal person.
It was a rhetorical question.
But I answered it anyway.
Yes, sir. My papa paid for schooling for me, and obviously not all of us were as fortunate as you.
Being the first Steve of following. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome to the Avenge, my friend, a gentleman and a scholar.
So, what exactly are we resting our feet in this town? We've walked for quite some time.
Yes, I'm frightfully tired. I could do with reapply some of my lipstick.
Right.
Well, it's getting late. I mean, it is, probably like 7 p.m. by this time, so you guys might be tired from the road.
Yeah, his. By the way, he hasn't taken a drink from his mug of ale because he doesn't want to lift his bird skull. But his rat, big kind of fat gray rat, is like leaning over the edge and just like lapping it up out of the mug.
SK is stroking the rat.
Yeah, his name's Gimlet.
Pretty. Mm-hmm.
He kind of like arches his back like a cat when you scratch him.
Seems I guess they have quite an affinity with one another. Yeah, they get along quite well.
That's all he's. He doesn't actually. He was just walking. He doesn't exactly know why.
Arches its back provocatively.
It's a rat. He doesn't know.
Sexy rat though. It's a sexy rat.
he does the
you're
cat
telling
thing
me.
and puts his butthole right in your face.
Oh dear. So Emran, are you going to bed? Are you going to have a look around? What's he
No,
up to?
he will like he'll kind of probably spend his time just sort of quietly meditating and sort of just listening to the world around him. He likes to sort of just sit and take in all the noise. But when it gets dark, he will probably, feeling a bit refreshed, he will probably take a stroll around and see if there's any people to talk to. You know, he kind of likes hearing details of the world around him and where exactly he is, and, you know, local information, things like that.
Sure. Kaylas is up quite late as you come out. There's only a few patrons left at the bar at this time of night, and she kind of calls you over and says, "Oh man, looks like you have a tale to tell."
He says, I've seen many in my time, but the telling is not always so pleasant.
Well, be that as it may, have you seen action before? You look wizened.
I have studied and I have learned many things. I was never really much for adventure. I was a student of nature, and a long one at that. Though my order is long since gone. I'm the only one left now, of course.
Do you have great power?
I have the power that nature provides me to provide a very specific but necessary service to ensure that the cycle of life and death is maintained.
I see. Well, the reason I ask is, as you mentioned, this cycle of life and death being maintained. There is, the kids these days are talking about plague from the north, and well, I have many adventurers that come by here and spread their tales and rumors, and one particularly prominent one is that there is a summoner of the necromantic arts in the area.
You can't see his face because of the mask, but he kind of noticeably tenses up at the mention. He says, necromantic arts. Undeath is an abomination and must be stopped at all costs. It is against nature's plan.
Yes, well, quite. And I mean, it's been worrying me because, there have been reports of people with illnesses coming into the town, and of course, so far the captain of the guard has dealt with them, I believe.
Yeah.
The corruption might spread. I can only assume that plague would spread from one such man. Would that be the case? That necromancers can spread disease and plague?
I have heard of such things. My order has been hardened against poisons and diseases, so one who has studied such as I can learn to even be immune to all such things, but normal citizens are not. Normal folk are not so lucky. If an evil and devious necromancer wished to spread his dark influence, he could very well do it. You said that someone had been dealt with. Were they killed? Were they?
Yes. A man came back recently from the Desrin Hills. He was a mercenary, sellsword of types, and he came back rather changed. Within a few days, he had passed. It wasn't pretty, from what I heard. But the town guard and the constable, they won't really do anything about it. They say they've got their own problems with the giants walking the area. The best man to talk about that to would be Harbuk. He is a mercenary. He tended to the man. His caravan is outside. You might have spotted it on the way in.
The man still lives, though.
that man no longer lived, no, but his body is to be interred soon.
Well, this is most interesting. My nature has informed me on the ways of returning the dead properly to the earth, to the soil. And if such a man was taken by the taint of corruption and disease, burying him in traditional fashion, I would counsel is the least wise move. I would suggest that we find the body and we move it away so that it may be returned to the soil properly.
Very well, I defer to your better judgment. Perhaps you could speak with Harbuck in the morning about this issue. He is the half-orc. Yeah, you won't be able to miss him. He's a well-built man.
I will take your counsel wisely, and I will do so as soon as my companions rise with the sun, though they are very young, so they tend to sleep in.
Of course, of course. Well, a good night to you. What was your name?
Emrin, and Emrin of the Death Bloom, you may call me.
Emrin. All right, well, good night to you. I am retiring myself.
A pleasant evening to you. And he kind of nods again, like beak, skull almost touching the table, and then kind of hobbles off like towards his room, leaning on his staff.
Cool. So, Halsey, Pearl, and Esker, what do you guys get up to the night? Or are you just sleeping? What's going on?
Are we all in the same room?
Unless you'd bought individual rooms, then there's plenty of bunks in one room for you guys to all sleep in.
Okay, I'm gonna like I'm gonna crawl like next to Pearl's bed and like start like tapping her, but Pearl.
I pull off my eye mask that I brought with me.
Of course.
Yes.
I kind of check and make sure that my makeup's not.
Yes.
I'm so hungry. We need to go get a snack.
You stole one of the poor lady's sweet rolls. You're not satiated, dear.
I don't want to go by myself.
Okay.
Is it kind of late at night at this point?
Yeah, you're pretty waking her up in the middle of the night.
Okay, come on then. Let's nip down to the kitchen. I'm sure we won't do any harm.
I imagine we kind of creep through the inn.
Sure. So, slowly but steadily, the two of you work your way down the flight of stairs into a pretty empty common room at this point. Emran seems to be talking to Kalisa, the woman who ran the bar.
Ooh,
yes.
Okay, when I see that, I'm gonna grab Pearl and like pull her behind the counter or something in hopes that they don't see, and I'm gonna be like, earlier, she gave SK free stuff. I bet if somehow we look like that kobold thing, we'll get free food.
Well, why would you want to look like a wrinkled old thing like that?
Savage.
I'm so hungry.
I mean, like we could try and get into the kitchen and just kind of take something. I imagine she keeps the good stuff back there for herself. Her papa's always saying the helper's stealing food, so she's probably got something back there.
Yeah, I like that plan better because let's be real, like I look super fly right now.
I don't really know what that means, but okay, yes. I didn't realize you could fly.
I kind of look.
The whitest,
Pearl, you're supposed to know this.
the whitest goblin there ever was.
Colloquial.
A what wheel? Okay.
So can we kind of try and stealth by a doorway and hopefully that they don't see it?
Roll me some stealth checks.
I need to put my character in roll 20.
That's a 15. Can I do it for both of us? Can I kind of nip across and pull her? Or you want
Sure. We'll let that one roll. Slide. So yeah, you nip across and Then you're in the in the kind of like back kitchen where no one is. They're kind of closed up for the night, and they've got like covers over the most of the food. But there's loaves of bread, there's wheels of cheese, you know, cabbages, fruits, vegetables, and pretty much any kind of food that you'd be looking for, you could probably find here. Simple, basic foods.
Look for the couscous.
I bet
That's that good shit.
Waitrose, honestly.
Look for the finest brand.
Yeah, look for the couscous and foie gras.
Okay. She has no idea what this is, so she just starts holding up stuff, and she's like, "Is this?" She like holds up cheese, and she's like,
No, that's
she holds up a spoon, and she's like,
Oh, Christ Almighty! How have I ended up here, Pearl? Okay, take the cheese. Let's look for some crackers or something.
"Okay."
Squares.
Cheese and crackers.
She
Some red wine. You take a cheese
Take a
platter.
whole wheel of cheese.
she takes the wheel of cheese and like puts it under her shirt, and she's like, "Hey, Pearl, look." This is believable. Don't forget the couscous.
All right,
Oh, the
so
only thing that can go with cheese and crackers right now is probably olives. Like,
so the two of you sneak out back the way you came. Why don't you roll me a stealth check to try? And
I'll let you roll this
Let me
one.
do it. Okay.
As you're kind of holding a cheese underneath yourself as well.
Whilst you're doing that, I wanted
If I
to.
fail this, I'm gonna pretend I'm going into labor. 8.
Also wanted to thank Goblin Head Golfer and Mindstorm XLR for following. You're both gentlemen and scholars. Thank you for following, guys. So, yeah, you are coming out and Emrin spots you. Kalesa has her back to you, but Emrin sees you over her shoulder.
I give him a look like
You can't see his eyes, but he's just gonna look down. So it's like you use this kind of bird skull staring at you, and he's just like, and he just keeps walking towards his room. Like this is every place we've ever been. This is every night.
Yeah, this is all you've put up with since we managed to tag along with you. Like every inn, we go and steal something, and we go and eat the cheese and crackers on your bed without fail. So you feel those.
Yeah. That's such a sweet thing. Going and sitting on his bed and eating the cheese. So funny. We're camping out on your bed, okay? Having a slumber party.
imagine like you get there and like we look super guilty with like mouths full up. You want to share? And then like she'll like hand you a spoon and it's like I got extra cookies.
He just has Gimlet like run around and eat all the crumbs on his bed before he goes to sleep.
Aww.
Nice having a little vacuum cleaner pet.
Yeah, yeah. So, the group of you return from your heist successfully. Do you wake up, Esky?
Yeah, you just put a piece of cheese in her mouth. Just
Yeah.
Oh, she's curled up like a little lizard, and her little tail sort of curled around this way. She posts a bit of cheese in the mouth. She kind of goes,
Oh,
like eats it in his sleep.
it's always adorable kobold image.
Yeah, so normally it would make people throw up.
I feel bad for killing all these kobolds before. Yeah. Okay. So morning comes eventually, and the group of you awaken to the tavern noises downstairs. You know, the kitchen's getting going. The smells of cooking from down below, and there's like shouts from an angry chef. Like, where's all my cheese gone? I'm gonna kill whoever took all my olives.
Oh man, by the way, I love the fact that it's just nondescript cheese.
Yeah.
Generic.
Oh, just because, the cheese baron here wants a full description.
No, I know. I
Emmental.
always thought that was funny. Like how it was just a yellow. Like it was just generic cheese in
Cheese
every
baron.
video game and everything. Like it's always funny to me.
But we like when we ordered drink, we ordered mead and merlot, like wine. We didn't order like a merlot with a fine, crisp texture.
Guys,
You're just a cheese man.
Are you?
you're just a cheese.
I'll have some Edam and some Leodama.
I want to get them. Anytime we come across cheese now, I'm gonna get it wrong. I'm just gonna watch you and watch you slowly die inside.
It's not gonna work.
You are the cheese baron.
It's not gonna work.
So yes, the group of you awaken, and there's some angry shouts from downstairs, but it doesn't seem like they've been able to catch the culprits as of yet. So you guys wake up and get breakfasted and stuff like that, and all ready and changed.
I wait until everyone's gone to kind of reapply all my makeup and everything as well. So, like, noticeably, this would have been a trait you noticed about me. I wait and fully lock the door as soon as everyone's gone and spend a good kind of 20 minutes up there, longer than anyone else.
A lady has to have her own private times. It's... Mama taught me that, so please don't take that away from me.
You need to do the shinies on your own face.
Yes, that's exactly it. I just need to have a quick word with the barmaid. So do you excuse me a second?
I kind of hop up on a stool.
Excuse me, madam. Just like to say what I've had a fantastic night here. The bed was very comfortable.
Good.
I've heard some awful rumours. You've had some goblins around here, or awful bunch.
Goblins.
Yes. I mentioned Lauren may have mentioned there were goblins. Did I hear that, or there's been a lot of goblins, or
Did I just make that up?
She says, well, yes, there have been goblins in the area, and they've been getting closer. There's, we believe, a camp up to the north in the Desserin Hills.
Are there many of them there? Or,
I
of
believe
course,
their
just so I can avoid it.
I believe their numbers are growing. Adventurers have been, taking down patrols when and where they can, but destroying their whole forces seems like, an impossible task at the moment.
So that's to the north, you say, just so I can completely avoid it and not have to go there and find out anything. No?
Sorry, say that again?
I just double check it. It's to the north, is it?
Yeah, to the north. She says there's a camp in the Desserin Valley. You'll come up to a kind of canyon and just keep heading north. But beware, that canyon is perfect territory for an ambush.
Okay, thank you very much for your trouble. I left a small tip underneath my pillow there. Careful, your maids don't pilfer it themselves. I'd hate for you to miss out.
Of course.
You
Thank
cheeky little minx.
What did I do?
I'd have hated serving people like you in my hotel when I used to work there.
God. She clearly doesn't feel like she's
Christ
really
on a bike.
appreciative.
I'd have been like, yeah.
Just because I'm from a higher class than yourself, just because you're used to the rabble, darling.
Precisely.
Darling,
Honourable.
you are
Yeah,
fucking, you're
darling.
Craig Revel Horwood as a child.
Oh my god. As a goblin girl, Craig Revel Forward. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna call you Craigetta.
So I'll come back to the group.
Did anyone else manage to find anything out last night?
Yes, we have a meeting with a local half-orc creature. He's out on a caravan outside. Apparently, someone came into town or was brought in with some sort of plague or disease. He died. They wanted the cause investigated. We were going to meet with him.
Okay, that sounds fine. I think I might need to head north afterwards if you would mind escorting me. Of course, we can take care of the business in town first. I don't wish to.
Are you going to make us kill more goblins?
No. There's no goblins to the north at all. We don't need to worry about anything like that. I made sure to check. There's no need to double check.
Because the last time you told us to go somewhere, there were 12 goblins there.
It's just coincidence. Awful coincidence. They're a rabble.
Right.
Hmm.
Very well.
You want to insight check that?
I would like to, yeah. SK's not very insightful though. I mean, she just doesn't trust that. So let me look at it. Oh, actually, insight isn't a minus, which is amazing for SK. So let me just roll it. Yeah.
Gonna opposed against my deception.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Get wrecked.
All right, fucking hell. I'm not going to beat that. I'm not going to beat that because I can only roll a d20. So yeah.
You could have rolled a nat 20.
True.
Oh, I rolled 11, so she's kind of like, nah.
The makeup is hiding the micro expressions.
Yeah. The layers.
So many layers.
Layers.
It's like a year 7.
So, yeah, you don't really manage to perceive too much into Pearl's slight lie, I suppose.
Emran just assumes she's lying at all times.
Standard procedure. It's a safe bearer, it is.
So he says, very well, shall we go visit this Haldred, Haldrug, Halitosis?
As long as you're sure there's no risk of diseases there, I didn't want to catch anything.
The man is already dead.
As you say that, SK kind of is sitting down, like having a scratch behind her ears. Like, looks like she's like getting rid of a flea, and she kind of like grabs it. She goes, she like eats it while she's sat next to you and talking about diseases.
All right. So I guess eventually you head out of the tavern, and sure. You do see this half orc by the caravan with a couple of mercenaries. He's well armored, and he's got a couple of like jutting out tusks. So he's maybe like even like a 3/4 orc. He's very orky. And in this caravan, you get this kind of waft of like death coming through, like even more so than Emran currently is like emitting. It's a powerful stench, which is coming from the caravan. He kind of looks at you and says, hello, can I help?
Yes, are you Haradin? Harry? Are you Harry?
No, not Harry. My name is Harbuck.
That's the one.
Constable Harbuck.
Yes, Harbuck. That's what I meant. How are you today? You looking particularly green.
Thank you. I'm well. I'm about to inter a body. Rather grim work, unfortunately, but it has to be done.
Yes, I heard that. You see, I came to investigate as these bodies are particularly my specialty, and I heard this man died of a disease of some sort. I wanted to make sure you did not. Wanted to make sure you did not bury him in a crypt or anything like that.
Oh, why wouldn't I do that?
Well, a suspicion has been raised with me that perhaps his disease was not natural. It was
Yeah, you're right. He came in, it was pretty bad. He got this warts all over him, and then things got worse, and he died. But let's say no, it's a necromancer. I don't have any confirmation with that.
Would you mind if I investigated? This happens to be something of my specialty.
Just don't get too close.
You need not worry about me.
So he like opens up the caravan door and like flies kind of waft out as there's like loads of them surrounding this this dead body. He's got warts all over him. He's got like pustules and oozing black fluids coming from them. He's like actually covered in the things, and it looks like he is absolutely drawn his last.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the half orc is gonna, like, when he opens the door, he's gonna like kind of like step away from the cloud flies and stuff. Emran will just kind of like push everyone else back with his staff as he kind of like leans in, like it doesn't even seem to bother him as
like,
he over this body.
I love the fact you picture like we'd be fucking eager to like get in the face of that thing. Yeah, we love dead people like you do.
And he kind of clambers onto your back and like looks from the top of your shoulder.
We love dead people. We're kinky like that.
So I have my medicine is not particularly great. Sure. It's average, I guess. But what is pretty good is my nature. So can I do both a medicine and a nature check on him?
Sure.
All right. Medicine is shit. Nature is average. Is 10.
Okay. So you find that this thing is definitely not natural. That's certainly what you can tell from that. The exact like cause of it and how it's like the delivery of the disease, like is it airborne, is it waterborne, no clue, but certainly some kind of magic must be involved in here. Potentially the root of the disease is a natural one, but it's been kind of enhanced by magic, but certainly this is a very vile and deadly disease which seems to have afflicted this man.
Is he on like a stretcher or a sheet or anything? All right. Is it possible for me to like drag the stretcher out of this cart? With the help of the half orc.
Yeah. Harbuck will help you out. Give it.
All right. I'm gonna say. We must prevent whatever this is from spreading to any of the local population. We must decompose this body well away from the town.
Okay, if you say so. Are you a wizard?
No, my name is Emran of the Death Broom Order. I'm a druid. This is my specialty.
Oh, okay. Can we trust you to take it out? I've got some things to be seeing to. I heard about patrol of bandits in the area. Got to be getting to it.
Of course. What of these bandits? Well, are they trouble recently? Is there perhaps any coin in being rid
there's a
of them?
gold piece per head that you bring. But there shouldn't be too much trouble. They rarely come into town. They only take out caravans and merchants on the road and stuff. But there ain't too many of those these days. Just another one of the problems. We're just glad it ain't giants, you know.
Very well. We might take you up on that offer of beheading a few bandits if it nets us some drinking money. And he'll kind of start walking away from sort of the cart, like dragging this stretcher because he assumes no one else is gonna pick up the other end of it.
Sure. Yeah.
SK physically can't, so she
Yeah.
try, but like a weedy little arms.
I mean, this like stench alone is like you can feel it, like you can like taste it at the back of your mouth. You know, it's absolutely gross. Like the worst smelling thing I've ever smelled. Like you probably actually like gag when you're like.
So when he is as far away, when he's probably about, I don't know, maybe like a quarter of a mile away from the actual caravan stuff, he's gonna sort of dump the body off of the stretcher, and then he's actually gonna kind of sit like cross-legged next to it, and with his staff kind of on his legs, and he's going to begin sort of meditating and praying. And as he does, he's going to invoke his druid power, which like lets him sort of very, very slowly sort of return this body to the earth. Like the plants are going to grow up around it, and fungus is going to begin kind of consuming it. Moss is going to very quickly germinate on it, and he is going to sort of like return it to the soil.
Nice. So yeah, you see the body being kind of like grown over by weed and dirt and moss.
It looks like time-lapse documentary footage.
Sure, yeah, I like that, yeah. So, like, time quickens and the decomposing happens as if it had been, like, 10 years or something, and very quickly the body is dispersed into the ground. What are the other three doing whilst this is happening? Because I don't know if you've seen Emran do this before, but it's certainly, like, some weird magic that you wouldn't have run into anywhere other than Emran.
I imagine I saw him do it on a squirrel once, and it was the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen in my life. And then he insisted on doing like 3 or 4 more squirrels on the way, and I still can't get the image out of my head. So I imagine I just kind of sit well out the way, and I preen myself.
Okay, cool.
I mean, like the entire time that it's been happening, Lacey, like her face has not changed. She's just been like the whole time, and like nothing else has happened. She has not made a sound. She has not moved her body. It's just like, and that's it.
What about Eska?
Eska's kind of used to seeing dead stuff in her, like near her nest, and obviously rooting around in dead bodies for their shiny things. Obviously the smell of this one's making her like retch like a cat. But she's really interested in it because obviously it's dead stuff and she likes that. So she's kind of like half interested and half like, it's like you can't look away from the dead thing. You just can't. You have to look at it.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. You see the body go in. What's the next move for you guys? After the body goes in and Harburg and his men are, heading off to the south, out of town.
I don't suppose there's any news from the roads to the north, the canyon, and some goblins up there. Apparently, please don't talk about that in front of the other fellas.
Who do you say that to?
The orc.
Oh, okay, so you catch Harburg as he's going by.
Yeah.
He kind of frowns down at a little girl before him. Yeah, I mean, there's a campulum to the north. They call it Hayon's camp.
And is it infested, or is there just like a slight problem? Is it just like how?
Oh, infested, yeah. Pretty infested.
Okay, and the road there, is it fairly straightforward, or is it dangerous? Should we seek some assistance?
heading north would not be a good idea on your own.
I have this group. They're helping me. I think they'll come with me. Do you think that?
Well, if you're traveling with 3 or 4, then you'd be okay. If they can handle themselves.
Thank you. Thank you for your assistance. I didn't think your kind could be quite so polite, but thank you. It's a treat.
Yeah.
You little racist.
He gives you the warning eye.
I kind of still, even though I'm stood at his knee height, I look down on him.
And Dragon Tail Games wants to give a subscriber monthly Wild Magic Surge to Harburg. Thank you, my friend. So that's a D10,000 roll on this Wild Magic table for Harburg, just as you give him the casual racism. Wild Magic strikes him down. Oh my goodness. 9817. High is never good. I'll tell you that much. 9817 reads that Harburg, someone, oh my god. Someone nearby will fall into a vat of molten cheese before dawn.
Oh my god, no way!
Seriously?
Holy crap! I'm guessing that's someone's cheese monster.
Please don't let me
I am
have
telling
this
you guys.
real cheese under my shirt.
I am telling you guys that magic table is magic. Like, that has real magic
my
to it, because this happens too often
God.
for it to be a coincidence.
Fall into a vat of molten cheese
Before
before dawn.
Oh,
It's
my
just so-
goodness.
Now, when they say molten, do they mean like
Magma?
just liquid, or like actually
Like-
as hot as?
Boiling liquid.
Did I not
yeah.
mention the cheese volcano, which is in the Deseret Valley?
Make your armor out of crackers,
Yes, yes.
and then you'll taste good.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
It was actually just published in a recent source book.
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
Forgotten Realms.
Tales from the Yawning Portal will confirm
The cheese volcano.
yeah.
I can't believe that. Oh my god.
It's like Sharknado.
Vat of boiling
The cheese cano.
Cheese Kano. At dawn, we cheese.
Well, someone is.
Yeah, true,
Oh my
true.
god.
No,
Ah,
wait,
that's
which
good.
because it's already past dawn, so is it next dawn?
So next dawn, presumably.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I'll rule it.
So guys,
It's only before, so it could be any time before dawn.
Any time
so we know it's
before.
coming in the next 24 hours.
Yeah. So, is anyone
So-
hungry?
I'm gonna go looking for snacks. It's gonna be one of us.
Oh my god.
we're gonna bust into that goblin camp, and they're gonna be cheese cultists.
Yep.
Cheese and everything.
They're all Tyromancers, yeah.
Is there like a supply shop I can buy like a cracker-based life raft from?
Sure, there's a shop called Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
That's a real place. In my town.
You know, instead of like, you know, when you go into the vat and instead of doing the thumbs up, you should do the like Wallace.
Yeah. Well, you forgot the crackers, right?
Yeah, I just noticed that.
It's like the end of T2, but yeah, instead of a thumbs up.
So what are you guys doing next? You, of course, don't know. You're not in the knowledge that someone will inevitably fall into a vat of molten cheese before dawn. So you have a couple of leads. You've got these goblins in the Deseret Valley. You've heard about bandits down to the south. You've heard that the plague has been potentially being spreaded by a necromancer who's also in the foothills. And plenty of things to explore, I suppose. What are we thinking?
I mean, if we wouldn't mind going north, it could cross a location off my list. But again, I don't want to be too much trouble. Like, we can certainly take a roundabout route. You've certainly helped me so far, kept me out of trouble.
Well, I say we need more money to keep us traveling. So whatever will provide the most financial stability. I care not for these things, but it is required when you go from town to town.
Well, as you are aware, my papa is Darwin Vanderveld. He's quite a big deal in Waterdeep. I'm sure once my business is taken care of, that you will be. I'm not sure you'll be allowed in the mansion, but he might come and visit you out back. And
Yes, you've been saying that for 6 weeks now.
but are you accusing me of lying? Do you think I got this tortoiseshell comb from any old vagabond off the street? Do you think this haircut made by the finest hairdresser in all of Waterdeep came for free? I'm not sure what you're accusing me of, sir, but I don't like your tone.
I wasn't accusing you of anything. I'm just saying you've been saying the same thing for 6 weeks about your father.
I have no idea what you said. You just can't. You sound like one of the drunks that were former generals and have become battle scarred and lost their minds.
And thank you to Blindfish Ideas, donates £5 and says, during travelling, you come across a wild fawny. Volo's Guide 197. I'll look it up, buddy. Thank you, my friend, for the donation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dude.
Props.
And thank you to Stacy for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. A gentle lady and a scholar. We're just 3 followers away from our next viewer decision, guys. So if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. We're getting so close to 10k. I can almost taste it. I can almost taste the cheese fondue at the end.
What type of cheese, though, Will?
That's the question.
We need to know. You can't just.
No, it is important.
I don't know if anything has actually been less important to me in some time.
Are any of the other, so the bandit camp and the necromancer, is there any rumours of them being further to the north, or are they off in different directions?
So, bandit camp is down south, but necromancer is also somewhere in the north.
And we've heard that.
Yeah, you've heard somewhere in the north. You don't have directions. You do have directions to the goblin camp, however.
I've also heard that there's that possibility of that nasty disease, like that you had to cure. Maybe there's a lot more bodies to the north.
Yes, I did, of course, hear rumors of this foul necromancer and such practices an abomination to nature. In that direction, I suggest we investigate.
Yes, and necromantic stuff tends to be very shiny, I've heard. Like some of the shiniest things in the world, necromancers tend to have, don't they? And I'm saying it loud, trying to catch SK's ear with the word shiny as much as I can. They use shiny stones for all of their spells. I've read in books.
That's my argument.
I've read it in books.
Shiny.
But obviously, don't let me sway your favour of the master disease that only you can help with and the shiny stones.
Her tail's wagging like more and more every time you say shiny. It's like a little propeller at this stage. It's going to take off.
Shiny.
So, where would we like to go?
Go to shiny. Mm-hmm.
Yes, let us make our way towards the rumors of this necromancing thing. And if we perhaps happen to find whatever it is you wanted to see in the north, I suppose we will do that too.
All right. Sounds like you guys are on the trail then. Good job naming cheeses. Chat. Blood Addict. The sheets are there, my friend. You can find them down below there. All right. So you guys are heading off to the north. Goblin camp, potentially necromancer on the way. By the sounds of things, correct?
Well, yeah, we have direct information about the necromancer-ish, and I don't know, Gareth wanted to go do something that I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what he
Wow.
told us. No, I don't
But
remember.
you remember the cheeses, don't you, Askren?
I don't.
Which
I
are
don't
more
remember what
important to you, your friends or your
what he
cheese?
told us it was.
So either way, you're headed north, and we'll see what you come across. I suppose you have direct place towards the goblin camp. You have a vague idea where the necromancer cave could potentially be. So good cheeses, chat. Proud of you guys. So as you are traveling along, you see some very thick bushes and trees kind of surrounding the sort of canyons and the hills that you're walking through throughout the north, and you see that you're kind of always in a perfect ambush place. Going through canyons means that they're not so high that people couldn't just get up and shoot you from them, or come over the hills and rush down at you. So you're ever aware of the threat of bandits and goblins and worse, and necromancers, of course. And as these bushes are starting to get pretty thick, you spot something before you. It's, as in Volo's Guide to Monsters, a Vegapygmy.
Is that like a vegan-based fairy?
Yes, it's a.
I know a couple.
It's a fungus-type creature. It's like made out of some kind of weird like clumps of fungus. It's got a little spear by its side.
They look like little gnomes made out of salad.
Yeah, there's a picture on the screen. Made out of salad, made out of askrens.
It kind of looks like a moldy duck.
I looked at the screen and I only saw the lizard thing, and I'm like, that's not a Vegapygmy. And then I saw the thing next to it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a thing. It's a thing traveling next to it. This little fella. And
yeah, sure. They look weirder in Pathfinder.
Sure. Everything was better in Pathfinder, wasn't it, Asker? Well, guess
no,
what?
they have like actual leaves for hair and stuff like that, and they have faces.
Yeah, the good old days, whatever. So, you see this kind of like moldy fungus creature pulling its way out of the undergrowth with a spear kind of pointed towards you guys.
Emrin will wave at it.
It waves back with its spear.
He will kind of say, he'll kind of like sit down, like cross his legs in front of it and lean and just.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I almost went to my wizard voice.
How are you doing today?
It looks at you and this thing clearly can't like speak, but it looks back at you and it motions back to one of the bushes that it came from, and there are tiny Vegapygmies, like baby Vegapygmies there, and they appear to be like trying to cross the road essentially.
What he will do, like the first thing he'll do is kind of use his hand. He'll sort of using druidcraft, like kind of like pull a couple of like these kind of blooming mushrooms out of the ground in front of the thing, sort of like a bouquet of different mushrooms, almost as like an offering of friendship.
It like begins to take it and then kind of withdraws. Roll me an animal handling check.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll give you advantage on this one because this is like your mold.
All right. Yo, these are my things, dude. I
your
summon
organism.
these things from dead bodies.
This is your bacteria.
Did I put animal handling on my sheet?
It could be a long lost son of yours for all you.
I did have animal handling trained. Okay, 19.
Cool. So it takes it pretty secure in the knowledge that you are not a threat, and kind of motions as if like, are you gonna go? Are you gonna stay? Can we cross, sort of thing?
He'll just kind of like turn to the side and kind of like let them safely, like he'll just sit there, but kind of watching them safely kind of cross.
Sure, they're pretty slow, so they take a while to kind of cross the road. But all these like little, so you guys, Escapel and Halazy, you see these, you see Emran talking to a mushroom kid, and then tiny mushroom kids follow this one out across the road, and they're just kind of like waddling pretty happily across the road with
So cute.
little spears.
I'm gonna like look at them and be like, my mom used to do that before she like lost it. We need to keep an eye on him. He's only got about a month left, or we don't even know him anymore.
Is that what a female version of him looks like? Are these dangerous? They smell kind of dank and nasty.
Please don't let him hear you say that. That's very rude.
I'm gonna go and take like Emran by the hand and be like, they are mushrooms. I'm totally unaware that they're like sentient to be.
We can see them walking.
I'm an idiot.
Can that just be a quote?
Like,
I am an idiot.
no.
It was said.
William?
Are we doing this?
SK's just watching them cross the road, like, longingly. Like, just like she wants to go and pet one.
I'm like, do you see the mushrooms right now? Do you hear them? Do you think they're in the road right now?
I'm not. Do you think he's ever had a pedicure or a manicure that his nails look disgusting?
I look at my own nails, like kind of insecure, and I'm like, yeah, that looks bad. I would never.
I've taken to doing yours during the night. I can't sleep if I know they're dirty, so I've become rather adept at
It's fucking terrifying.
They're glowing.
You wake up and they're like got blue nail polish on one day. You're like, what's?
Like, why are my nails so fabulous?
I change colors every day.
Sometimes I even cut the rat feces out of that one's beard, but I tend to save that for a particularly bad day when we've been downwind all day. So, are these going to be a problem? Do we kind of just need to let them cross, or?
They're fine. They're no threat to us.
And I turn to the I kind of poke the one that I'm talking to. I kind of poke its stomach a little bit, like,
Oh, you're not a threat, are you?
and I kind of like give him a little kind of belly poke.
It like.
It's a Pillsbury Doughboy.
The Pillsbury fungus man.
She falls in love with its little giggle, and she kind of scampers over and like, she like snuffles it.
He'll kind of like lean in and just.
You are of the forest here. Is there anything we should be worried about on our trip to the woods to the north?
It points at Pearl.
And besides her.
It like points again with its spear.
What? Is he trying to insult me? It's obviously my perfume.
Can I'll kind of like I'll kind of say like lean in, and I just be like to the mushroom. I say,
There are more of her.
It nods.
Uh-huh. Thank you. We will be aware. You and your little fungus children have a pleasant day.
It waddles on, and they cross the road.
So cute.
my people.
What did you say to that thing to make it point at me?
Oh no, it was just telling me that you were lying and that there are more goblins up ahead.
I have no idea what you're talking about, darling.
No,
Are you calling me a goblin?
it's troll, goblin, whatever.
I'm not sure I like your tone. Careful, we've got to be on guard. Accidents tend to happen out in the forest if people don't pay attention.
And I just smile at you.
I bet it's one of those cringy little girl smiles when they know they're being bad.
Yeah.
And you just want to, oh no.
Come on then, dear, lead the way.
Oh god.
He'll kind of like stand up on his staff and say,
Very well, we will go find these not goblins.
All right then. So, who's leading the way? Who's looking for tracks, stuff like that, to hunt down goblins, all the kind of things that you need to do to find one?
SK will track.
Okay, you roll me a survival check. Also, thank you to Andre7002 for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Twice the man Andre 3000 is.
Emran will also be kind of keeping an eye out, but he's probably not gonna say anything unless SK is like going, just like gets lost, like goes off.
She's gone. She's just walked into a bush for no reason. Like I did a D20 plus 3 and I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
I also rolled a 9.
Can I do a perception as well, looking for like goblin tracks? Can I get advantage? Because I know what goblins.
Sure,
like.
yeah, sure.
They would have left.
Absolutely.
I got 13.
Yeah, you find a set of tracks which is leading up into the foothills, and it's going pretty high up by the looks of things, and it looks like there was a group of goblins, probably around like 3 or 4, so maybe a patrol.
I think. Do you smell disease coming from the foothills? Can you smell that, Henry?
You don't.
No, my incense is keeping me focused on the trail ahead.
I think we could have. I think the foothills is certainly the safer way.
Can I do a persuasion roll?
I'm gonna like
Sure.
do like the thing and be like, I do not smell it.
It's the
I'm
other holes.
trying.
These holes, dear.
I'm not getting it.
So, are the party following Pearl, or is there resistance to the
I
idea
guess
of being-
I guess if he hasn't noticed it, he'll kind of defer to Pearl's assumption. Well, probably, but he's definitely because he's cautious, so he'll probably like follow her lead. You know, let her kind of lead the party wherever. But you know, obviously he's not like he's not stopping his kind of looking around.
Sure.
I imagine we kind of come to a point where we can maybe skirt around the foothills or head straight up them, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to get the party to head up this way.
Absolutely. A faded blood addict for following as well. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. We are just one follower away from a viewer decision, guys, where you will get to decide something which happens next in this story. So if you haven't followed yet, hit that button and do so, and throw some crazy shit these guys away. So you see that following these tracks along, and by the way, it probably becomes quite clear that Pearl is following a set of tracks after a while, you know, because you kind of have to be looking down at tracks and going down onto the ground and stuff to see where they're going. But you see that the tracks become kind of thicker and thicker. And you're getting to the top of one hill, you're seeing that the tracks here are becoming almost like everywhere in the ground. So looks like there's been loads and loads of traffic around this area, all of which appears to be goblinoid as well. You also see and smell goblin dung, which is usually piled in heaps around the place and formed into totems. So goblinoid dung is particularly thick and easy to mold, like clay almost, and they like to mark their territory with borders of dung totems, and there are several around here which would definitely indicate that you're now entering into goblin territory.
I'm sure whatever this was has just passed through. I'm sure they're not around anymore. It's just carry on going.
Okay, Lacey goes like, I smell it now.
See, I told you, I'm not telling any fibs here. No porcupines from me.
I really don't want to go towards this smell.
Pies?
Did you just say pies?
Pies? You said porcupines. Pies?
It's an expression. The more common folk of water deep use it. Means lies. I wouldn't tell you any lies, being nice and upfront here. I'm sure half the smell is coming from Emran anyway. You know, when we're downwind, it's awful. It's probably that bloody rat of his.
No, it's not Emran.
Maybe just a little bit further. I don't need to do much while I'm here. Just a slight errand.
I'm getting that like feeling.
Why are you delivering to these goblins?
No, not delivering. I travelled through here some time ago. Completely safe. I just dropped some jewellery. Very, very close to my family. Very shiny.
Shiny!
Yes.
Where's the shiny? I help.
Speaking of shiny, Refix just subscribed for 6 months. Thank you, my friend. Welcome. Welcome. The gentleman, the scholar, I salute you, sir. Raise a drink in chat for Rex. That's 6 months. Oh my god. Good lord. That's a lot of months, my friend. We're almost at our baby, dude. Good lord. I'm getting heavy with child.
Heavy with Rethix.
You're laden.
Laden.
Laden with Refix.
Ooh.
Then thank you to Pattern Pending for following. Welcome to the event, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar,
I
and
believe that's 30.
Poet
that is
train.
30. And Hooray Heartless for following. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Which means that we do have a viewer decision to get going here. Good lord. You guys are going to get to decide something which happens next in our story. So, what we're going to do, these guys are traveling. They're about to enter into goblin territory. Underneath that line that you see, Subtly Planners haven't done there in chat. Throw out some ideas as to what could happen next in the story. Could be something good, could be something bad, could be an encounter that they run into, for instance, you know, a band of goblins, maybe with something interesting about them. Could be a magic item that they stumble across, a cursed magic item as well. Anything that you guys can really think of, throw it into that. We'll get it into a straw poll, and the most popular decision from that poll will happen. And also, we're going to have another viewer decision at 40 followers. If you haven't followed yet, keep on following, and we'll get these decisions rolling in here.
Choo choo.
Vader, Trevor Sensei, and Dessa Riz for following. Welcome to the event, my friends, your gentlemen and scholars. All the follows, guys. Thanks so much. Getting close to that 10k. My goodness.
How many more? How many were short of 10k?
50.
About 50 odd?
Everyone go call your grandma. Tell her, like, log on to
I
Twitter.
have done this.
Both of my
My
grandmas.
grandma is a follower of Encounter Roleplay.
Every single, like, that weird uncle you've got who lives in a shoe. Like, anyone. Call them.
Got one of them. Yep.
We were one of those, right, guys? Alright. Gareth, you okay to do the straw poll, or should I do it?
Sorry, I'm doing it right now.
Alright, cool. So, you guys are heading into goblin territory by the sound of things, and the smell does get worse, but after a while, you know, that becomes alleviated as you become used to that smell, you know, that stench, and so it almost goes away, kind of, and you guys spot in the near distance what appears to be a camp of goblins. And this camp leads into a cave as well. They've got a series of tents and kind of huts which have been built up, maybe about 10 or so. And there are a lot of goblins like dancing around, going about their business and the like. And some of them do appear to be armed, but from this distance, you guys are on the top of a hill looking down at them. They don't appear to be like super aggressive. They definitely have some guards on. There's like a watchtower as well, from which there are a couple of goblins looking out into the Desserin Valley. But at this distance, they haven't seen you. If you're wishing to get closer, that's the kind of time if you wanted to go unseen that I'd ask for stealth checks and the like. But yeah, you guys spot this kind of hilltop. Well, you're on the hilltop and you spot down into the camp, basically. What are you doing?
The straw pile, you help, guys.
Yeah, also it does lead into like
A
cave
resplendent offering.
as well. Wow, and thank you to Mike from Unmade Gaming. Oh, we're playing Mermaid Man as well. Wild magic for all players. Beware the temple of elemental evil. Thanks so much, Mike. I appreciate that so much, dude.
Elemental
Evil. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, can everybody roll me a D10,000 wild magic surge, please? There we go. That's the table. And,
Yeah, boy. Do you
shout
wanna?
out.
Do you have the table up?
I got a table up. So, Ashkan, what did you roll?
I didn't roll yet.
Oh well.
Oh, I was gonna say, Pearl, how did you manage to roll?
Yeah, I messed up.
one?
I did the chat command pretty much. That's
Yeah.
my fault. I'm trying to do 3 things at once.
So, Sydney, you rolled 3 to what?
3284.
3284 reads, the next potion imbibed by the caster makes her think that she's invisible. Excellent. Pearl rolled 8. Oh, wait, let's get to Lee first. Yeah, let's get to Lee first nearby. 3654. 3654 reads.
That's mine. Oh my god.
Trees and bushes express open hostility towards the cast.
And we're in a
Really bad
forest.
in a forest. Yeah, that's like the worst place.
Yeah.
They're just gonna like smack her in the face as she's
Yeah.
Like so does Imran. Like
Yeah.
Imran also was like.
he's just wearing a bush on his back.
So Emran rolled 8519.
I did, yeah.
Emran gets some fun things happening. All weapons within 50 yards are impervious to alteration magic. It could come in handy. Well, maybe it would, maybe no. In fact, let's go with a more fun one. 8517. All weapons within 50 yards are edible.
Yeah, no, that's better.
That's better. They're all made out of cheese. Of some form. You can decide on the cheese which your weapon is made out of. 8.
Wait, does my walking quarterstaff count?
Sure.
Then yes, I have a cheese staff.
A cheese staff,
Oh my
perfect.
god, you're cheese lord.
And 8677. All within 50 yards are suddenly seated in the lotus position.
That's just how he normally sits anyway.
So, like, you guys are all standing on this hill, you know, like, hair swaying in the wind as the fantasy music plays, looking down on the goblin camp. A few things suddenly happen. Eske is slapped in the face by a tree. All of your weapons turn into various cheese-based weapons. You're all seated in the lotus position. And, is there anything I missed?
I'm gonna drink something that makes me.
Yeah. And suddenly you guys are suddenly all seated down in a lotus position with cheese weapons.
Now, this is what I'm talking about. We just need to focus our chi. I've had many lessons on this, and this.
We did it wrong. We tried to focus our chi, but we got cheesy.
Focus our chi.
You see, like everyone else is like trying to calm themselves in this position, and I'm like eating a dagger. Like,
Sure, it doesn't have to be like your main weapon if you don't want it to be, you know, like a dagger
well, just
or a sword or whatever, you know. You can choose the item which becomes cheesified.
Now here's an important question. If my staff is like my druid focus, my magical focus, and it's made out of cheese, does it still work?
Sure, yeah, it works.
Oh, well then I'm gonna take a nibble.
Tastes good, man.
Jarlsberg.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna after like this, I'm gonna be like, this was really dry. Does anybody have anything to drink or something? I'm still eating it.
it's. I'm not gonna make the joke. It would only sink further.
Into depravity.
I don't have any potions.
You get like a wine
I've
skin.
got like a water skin.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Eske will sort of scamper over and try and avoid being slapped by further trees, and she'll just like give you this water skin. She'll like snap at the next.
Yeah, I'll take a swig of
Yeah.
that. So, am I like dumb enough to think that this is a potion?
This is a potion, and you drink it, and you know when in Lord of the Rings Frodo puts on the ring, and then suddenly everyone is like wraiths around you, and you're like in slow. That's happening. You're invisible. You're convinced you're invisible. They can't see you right now because you just drank a potion of invisibility.
Yeah, they can't see me.
Tasted like water, but.
I'm gonna go and slap Emran in the face.
Emran.
He's wearing a bird skull mask, so you're actually gonna slap his skull.
And I'm like, I feel like you can't see me.
Yeah. So Emran, this girl has just walked up to you and slapped you in the face before your very eyes for apparently no reason.
He's just gonna like continue kind of meditating and say,
Why are you doing that?
You can't see me.
That's because my eyes are closed.
No, I don't think you get it. Okay, you can't. I don't think you understand what is happening here. I am a sorcerer, and you cannot see me.
This is like when you're playing
like
games.
this?
And,
Like this?
this is like games of children when they're like, no, you don't understand. I've got an invisible barrier up and I win the games.
get me, right? You can't see me.
He's just gonna be like, yes, well, whatever.
I knew it. She flips her hair and she's like, you didn't even see that.
But out loud.
All right. So, what do you guys do next?
Oh Lord.
I walked straight into the camp.
Yeah, no, I guess we're gonna, now that we have successfully focused and we have unlocked our inner potential, I guess we're going to walk down the hill towards the camp. And I say,
So how do we do this? Should we light it on fire? Should we just walk in? What are we planning on doing?
I'm going. I'm invisible. I'm going.
You're not like unless I have amazing eyesight and I can see you.
Then how many fingers am I holding up? She holds up. That's what I thought.
I'm not even sure you could tell me the correct number yourself. The actual answer is 3.
She looks at it for like a really long time and she's like, nope, you're wrong.
All right.
I will follow her if she goes.
I'm going.
so are we just walking straight up to the camp? Like, we're just gonna knock on the door, we're just gonna walk in?
Attempting to without being
Okay.
slapped in the face.
I was trained by my father did send me to diplomacy school. I learned lots of languages that might seem weird for a young girl like myself, but I could try and talk to them.
What is this diplomacy school?
Whatever.
We learn to talk to people rather than use weapons, and it's eloquence and kind of wordcraft, using words as weapons.
I prefer stick.
Yes, you prefer stick. But, let's just keep your weapons away for a second. Exactly, I don't exactly pose a threat, do I?
My weapon is made of Swiss cheese.
Quote.
Yes, Grandpa, your weapon is made out of Swiss cheese. Okay, let's go. He's having the dreams again.
All right, so you guys head down to the goblin camp, and pretty quickly you're spotted by a goblin scout who, calls the alert, and very quickly as you guys come into the camp, a bit like the Ewok camp in Star Wars, you guys are surrounded by a bunch of goblins who goblins aren't usually immediately aggressive. They probably would be towards humans, but you guys are a very strange bunch. Most of you are monsters in some sort or another, and in particular they kind of like their weapons are kind of stayed by the sight of Eska, who's a kobold. So they're armed and they're kind of like pointing spears and bows at you guys, and you are becoming surrounded by like a horde of goblins, but they're not immediately kind of like killing you guys. One of them kind of steps up, and he's got his he's just got like a little goblin hand on his sword. Confidently strolls up. He's a bit fatter than the others. Of course, these guys are all like 3 to 4 feet high, and he's like, "All right, what's the deal here? Are you guys a rival tribe trying to get on in our deal? Because it ain't gonna happen, all right?"
I'm gonna go get
Hello.
behind him, and like everything that he says, like I'm being like, but like, because I'm invisible.
He like, one of them like stop, like as soon as you like get close to this guy, one of the goblins is gonna like jab a spear right towards you, to block your path.
I feel a lot less invisible than I did like 3 seconds ago.
What the fuck are you playing at?
Listen, that doesn't need to be any trouble here. Could I trouble you for just a couple of moments of your time?
You smell weird.
Let's not smell each other quite yet. Just can we have a little conversation?
Conversation? What about?
Is that another cloaks with her just yet. Let's just have a conversation.
Can we head over there? There's no need to be. This could work out for everyone, please. Doesn't need to happen here. No one wants to fight. No one wants to take your position.
Wow, wait. He looks past you and looks at Eska, and he's like, what have we here? Oh wow, my lady. And he kind of like does a kind of like bow. This is our viewer decision.
Oh my god, the winner of the... Oh, I didn't even realise! Oh god.
Yeah, it does a little bow. My lady, it's pleasure to
He
meet
tips
you.
his fedora.
Yeah, it is his door. He's like, I didn't realise we were in such presence of such beauty, such kobold exotic beauty. What is your business here, my lady?
What?
Oh, voice like an angel.
I here for Shiny. We're here with the girl. She looking for family Shiny.
Listen, if I could just drop it, don't worry about her. She's an interesting thing. Can we just have a conversation over there? It doesn't need to.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think lady can speak for herself. She's looking for a shiny thing. Guys, go get some shiny things for the lady. And a bunch of goblins run, shiny things, and they
That makes me so happy.
they run off and like they try and find the shiniest thing that they've got their hands on. They come running back like, what does shiny thing do? And he like grabs a pretty shiny looking like thing. Like everyone else knows it as a candle, but you just see it as like a shiny thing. And he like hands over to you a peace gift. Our tribe means no harm.
She sort of clutches it and she kind of
Shiny.
Do you like it?
She wags her tail. The tail's
All
going like that.
Right. Well, you're probably gonna want to talk to the king.
King.
Yeah,
King of
he's
Shiny.
King Shiny. Yeah, he's head round here, and if you want to have a conversation, then I can't really speak for him. He'd want to speak to you, I'm sure.
You're so nice. I bring friends to King Shiny.
All right, that sounds like a good time. Maybe we'll get a few drinks later on or something.
I like mead in a dish. Has to be in a bowl.
Me too. That's just how I like my mead.
Pearl kind of
We should have it together.
and starts having a visible tantrum.
Oh, all right. What's wrong with you, sweet cheeks?
Listen, I just want to have a conversation with you.
Well, you can have a conversation with the king. Yeah, go on through. He's a lovely chap, and he starts leading you. You know, kind of like it's a choice, but you don't have much choice in the matter. And they'll kind of like barge and push you if you slow down until you get to this big like main tent. Where inside there is a very fat-looking goblin on a kind of de facto throne made out of teeth. So it looks like they have actually like stitched together or somehow like glued together loads and loads of goblin teeth to put on his little throne here. He's got quite the paunch, but he's wearing some like wolf furs in a very kind of like classic pimp sort of style. This guy's got some looks to him for a goblin, of course. And he kind of sees you come in. The little goblin who welcomes you in is this is the king.
King Shiny.
Yes, King Shiny, or teeth grinder as we call him. Oh, great king, we bring before you an offering of friends, led by the beautiful Lady Kobold and her other uglier companions.
I'm gonna like be standing next to Pearl, and like all of a sudden you hear like light like, and I'm just, I don't understand. We go to the tavern, and the kobold gets the free food. We come here, and she gets to be the princess.
Shut up!
My charisma is 17.
Someone make a shadow trap.
Wait, hold on, wait.
-2 charisma.
Does she actually know that she can change into things?
Yes. I tried to earlier.
Just change into a kobold then.
I was cut off. I can't do it in front of people. I'm trying to be modest.
I can't go with the people watching. It doesn't work.
Modest is modest, Astrid. I can't just start changing in front of all these men.
So the Golden King remains pretty silent whilst all of this is happening, and he's kind of looking at you guys, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
I don't know.
You, he points at Halsey. You shut your fucking mouth, okay? Thank you. Appreciate that.
He's like Bricktop from Snatch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's amazing.
Just fake it for a minute. Just somebody shut her up or cut her tongue out. Don't really mind which. All right, great. You.
Listen, I
No,
really need
no.
to have a talk.
Actually, I'm having a problem with you speaking right now because I don't think I told you to speak. Did I tell you to speak?
Listen, I try one last. I'm like, listen.
Did I tell him to speak? All right.
I then switch into Goblin and say, shut your fucking mouth, or I tell how small Goblin dicks are. Like just completely out of nowhere, like full Goblin.
What the hell is going on with you, little lady?
Give me a couple of moments of your time, please, Mr.
Couple
King.
moments of my time. Couple moments of my time. Let me check my diary real quick. Someone bring my diary over. Have I got a couple of seconds of time? And little Goblin secretary kind of runs over and opens up the diary. You have a few seconds of time, Goblin King.
Shiny time.
I think I said.
SK, have you heard about the Goblin Mail?
And I look up to him, like just waiting.
Goblin letters?
No, they have some
Listen,
interesting.
mate, I've got no fucking interest in a kobold. That shit is sick to me. I don't like it. All right, I'm not into that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, we're gonna understood. Well, sorry. I beg my pardon, my lady. I was a bit mean then, wasn't I? But sorry, I just don't give a fucking shit about you. Okay. All right, cool. So, got a problem with yous all being in my camp because I didn't let you in here, and it seems like you've had a bit of a weird effect on my boys. They seem to be liking you, which is weird. So, kind of having some issues with that. What are you doing here, and when the fuck are you gonna get out of here? Oh my god.
It's so uncanny.
Oh. Oh man, that's funny. I didn't even think about that when I was there are some messages going around chat if you're wondering why we're laughing. It's a private joke, yeah.
Don't say anything. No one say a word.
So he says, so what the fuck are you doing in my camp?
We're here for the shiny.
You're here for a fucking shiny.
I had a letter delivered.
I kind of pull a letter out from one of my pockets and I show it to him. They mentioned this particular location.
Did they now?
Yes, they and I switched to Goblin. They seem to know information about where I am and who I am. Obviously, I'm trying to keep things quiet. If you could keep things quiet, I would appreciate it.
Keep things quiet. Okay, I can keep things quiet. Let me read this here note. And he, takes it and has a read. I see. Seems like, seems like someone here wants you around. Maybe I could look into that for you.
if you could find that information without divulging things, I would be very, very grateful.
Well, maybe I can help you out, mate. Maybe I can help you out, yeah? Maybe I can. But will I? That's the question. I don't know, will I? We'll see. Because the thing is, I've got some problems of my own, yeah? I might be a Goblin King, but I only want gobbo. So, you know, seeing as you all are here and I don't give a shit about your lives, if you live or die, maybe, you will, you know, fucking do what I tell you to, even if it means that you're probably gonna die. Huh?
I think he makes a good point. I'd switch back to common for everyone. Anyone got any objections to helping this nice fellow out?
Just warning you now, I'm not a fan of objections.
I, for one, am thrilled to have this opportunity.
Yes, and a go. There we go.
No, I have a question. Wow, weren't we supposed to be doing something with a necromancer?
That's just my problem, mate, actually. Got a fucking necromancer in my cave.
Oh, well, I'm happy to read.
And I'm not making a euphemism there. I do actually mean there is an actual necromancer inside my cave. I'm not talking about any of that bum stuff, alright?
Well, I don't judge. I certainly won't.
Good. Not a fan of kink shaming neither. Alright, so, yeah, I've got a necromancer in my cave. I'd like him to fuck off. Maybe you can help him fuck off from the cave. And again, I'm not making a euphemism. I would actually like you to have him fuck away.
It's actually pronounced euphemism.
Right, mate, I don't... Euthanasia, whatever. Yeah, sure. I want you to euthanasia the necromancer from my bumhole. I mean the cave, not my bum.
Stop talking about your bum!
Wait, alright. I'll admit that. I will stop talking about my bum. I'll concede.
Is this there's quite a lot of you, and you've not felt compelled to deal with him yourselves?
Well, mate, couple of kind of problems there is there's like this disease thing down there. We don't really want to catch it and get it spread around camp, so we'll kind of quarantine the area off. You know what I mean?
Is it one of those goblin diseases? The ones that get transmitted through contact with goblins?
No, it's not a GTI. It's a
A GTI, that's so clever.
It's some kind of weird magic disease thingy. It gets all warts over people and then they go into pus bubbles and die and shit. It's kind of nasty. So, yeah.
I know that one. We call it slimy doom.
I think it's called jerpies.
No, I said it's not a GTI.
Oh, so it's not a
I thought it was Gerbies.
I mean, you can get it just on your lips.
All right. I don't need a fucking doctor, mate. I need someone to go down there and excavate that necromancer from our cave.
Still not a euphemism.
Is that code?
Still not a euphemism. Just if you're wondering, no. No excavations are needed in or around my bumhole. But I do have my daily. I do have my monthly check coming up.
And once we free you of this necromancer blight, of course, we will be compensated for our work.
Right, yeah. I'll do what he wanted me to. She wanted me to.
We want you to take this one. And I point to Pearl.
Take her?
Take me where?
I really don't care all that much.
I'm not a possession. I have a family. My father, Darwin, is waiting for me. And my ma, she will be very, very worried if I'm gone for too long. Some business needs to be dealt with.
You've been with us for 3 months.
Exactly. That's how pertinent this information needs to be dealt with. You need to listen.
Also wanted to thank Headcrab TV for the host. Thank you, my friend.
Did someone just slam a door? Sorry.
Yeah, someone threw a bag of oranges into my room.
Are you in like a cell somewhere? Like, that's what you're doing?
No, someone I live with.
Somebody? Just a random person?
Are they mad at
I
you?
didn't
A
see
day,
who it was.
a day
Open
in
the
the
door.
life of Asker.
Have some oranges.
Actually, I think that might be a sign there's a new pope. I think oranges thrown in your door means a new pope.
Yeah, that's how it works. I was just very, it just took me by surprise. I was like, okay.
Hello, darkness, my
Oh,
old friend.
they're blood oranges too.
The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like this is a gift for following me on Twitter. You're welcome.
Alright, so,
It was like that eggplant mailing.
eggplant mail, blood orange.
That was the gourd.
Good mail. Oh my god. Good life. Thank you to Brandon, donated £5, come through, check. And he said Wild Magic Surge on the Goblin King. So I will go ahead and give this roll to King Teeth Grinder here. And he gets, oh wait, that was far too many zeros. 6402. So 6402 on the Gobbo King is target must carry a wooden staff taller than he is at all times. So he
Okay.
he's like, quick, somebody fetch me a stick. Give me a big stick.
I hand him my staff.
Oh, he like takes it in his hand. Oh, God, that's better. Oh, I really needed that. I really needed. That's better. Can I keep this?
Of course.
It will probably break under his weight because it's made of cheese.
Sure. Yeah. It like crumbles around.
But it looks wood.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like it's made of wood.
Oh, that's good, Days. Thank you for that. I needed that. I did. So, you want me to take that goblin into my ranks if you do this? I could do that. Seems like a fair deal.
Do you have like wives or something like that? Anything?
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of wives. Yeah.
Goblins?
No goblins. He's the goblin. I think you've seen our old man's getting a little bit confused.
No, you talking about pies again.
Can someone like control that one? Because she's fucking crazy.
You're a goblin.
Which one?
Yes,
This one.
he's a goblin.
I'm
yes.
starting to get a headache right now.
No, you are goblin.
What way
Some
is
more
this-
oranges just
Hey.
came through the mail.
No, they're the plums.
Oh, the plums, yeah.
No, that was just that was just my
Swatted in the head with a banana. It'll just make it just like worth it.
it was just my pen that fell off my desk.
Where was this cave? We better get on with it. We don't want to waste anyone's time here.
Oh, right, the cave, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the cave is just out back, and if you keep heading, well, in fact, you probably saw the cave on the way in.
Oh, it was the one with the rickety bridge over the weird-looking cheese substance.
My camera's died. Good there is. That just so happens to be the one, actually. Yeah, just so happens.
I'm sorry, it's rather warm and pungent.
So, thank you to Trolls Meaden donates £10 and says, "Let's get Pearl a roll on the Birthday Madness table and a Wild Magic on Esker." So, Pearl, roll me a D69 and look that one up, and Wild Magic on Esker D10,000, and I can look that one up for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Troll.
Yeah, thank you very much. Awesome, thank you.
Appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, closer to our 24-hour stream donation goal as well, guys. Askren is actually a fruit dealer. Conspiracy theorist. No, he's a cheese cutter, guys. No.
9392.
He is literally a cheese man.
That's actually a cheese man. 9792, sorry?
93.
9793.
9392. There's no
That
7.
did not make any sense to me.
9392.
9759?
779.
That doesn't make up for
61G9.
Alright, 9392 reads, next person slain nearby never really existed.
Oh my
Oh,
god, that's
shit.
awesome.
That's so sick.
might actually
That's so
go-
funny. That's so funny because Brandon's always saying, how can it be this when we're not real? So. Oh man. And Pearl, what gift does the Goblin King give to you?
I got given the bagpipes of battle. These fine-looking bagpipes are slightly out of tune, +7 to perform. When a player blasts a tune through these bagpipes, anyone within earshot immediately starts fighting for 1 minute.
Oh my god, wait. I need to find the YouTube video because this is what I imagine.
Are they flaming bagpipes?
No, yeah, that's Thunderstruck. With the bagpipe guy.
Thunderstruck. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's the link in chat.
So, the cave is back there. Why don't you take some bagpipes and fuck off?
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Goblin, for your help. We'll be on our way. We'll try and get this fella dealt with.
Good. All right. See you later.
Good day.
Fair enough.
Bye bye now.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Ta-ta.
Fuck.
I walk off.
So now we need to. You have been given a set of, well, it seems to be a cow's stomach with some pipes coming off of it.
Yeah, I think it's something you vape with. They do it in the city.
Ah, yes, we get it. Yeah.
I'll give them a go in a touch. I'm more of one for the harp or the classics, to be honest. These new kind of fancy instruments don't tend to do it, but I'll try it.
And we need to go and deal with that abhorrent necromancer. Of course, I support this action. Let's just make our way.
All right. And also thank you to Diver Doc 11 for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So you head off outside of the camp, back to where the goblins are just kind of like living around and hanging out and shit like that. And you see that the cave is as Pearl saw on the way in. There's a rickety wooden bridge under which there appears to be some kind of like giant vat of cheese, which the goblins are curating with one giant spoon that about 20 of them are stirring the whole kind of like pot with. And then you get into the cave as you go over the bridge. It's only about big enough for like one person to go over abreast, and it does look pretty kind of rickety.
I like nudge Pearl and I'm like, they have the biggest couscous I've ever seen.
That's cheese. Cause you good
No,
try.
look at what they're holding. They're holding spoon.
So you think couscous is spoons?
Yes.
No, that's a spoon. The couscous is you do use a spoon. Oh, Christ Almighty! Where were you dragged up from? We'll have a lesson. So, cheese, bridge, spoon. Say it after me, darling. Spoon.
Ooh. So where's the couscous?
I don't bloody know. I wish I did, but
Well,
it's been a good 3 weeks without couscous.
I start to cry.
yeah, I do too. Because I was sitting on the floor and I'm like,
I just want to see my papa and have some couscous. I am myself out of this. I don't want to be back here.
Oh my god. Guys.
And like snot is it's a full child cry as well. There's snot coming from like my ears and everywhere else.
How does your makeup look? Have you got some serious Jeffree Star style setting spray
around
going
my
on?
eyes. You're starting to see a bit of greenness now. And I walk across the bridge. I just want some couscous.
Pearl falls into the bridge. Into the vat of molten
Into the cheese.
down below. Unfortunately for you, Pearl, this cheese that you found yourself in is stinky cheese, and also very, very hot indeed. It begins to burn your skin as you fall through one of the ruts in the bridge and plummet down into the cheese. Almost, it's very thick and hard to get your way through, and the goblins are like, oh god, one's fallen in, get the spoon, but they can't really get it over towards you in time. Get a couscous. So you guys above the bridge,
I knew it.
what are you doing?
Let's see what.
He could drown in cheese if he's not
Yeah,
dead.
that would be
I'm
bad.
a she, you will.
Sorry,
let's-
say that again.
I'm a she.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I was talking about Gareth. It's actually
Are you
Gareth.
assuming my
It's
gender?
actually Gareth that fell
Don't
into
assume my gender. Use the right pronoun, please, Will.
Wow. Pronouns in 2017, lol.
Could I like maybe take the rope from my Dungeoneer's pack and like try to toss it out to her and
Sure.
see if she can? Yeah, I'll do that.
Roll me an athletics check. To toss it out far enough.
Okay.
Hey, Insifan, how's it going, buddy?
2.
2 is awful. It gets, like, stuck on the bridge.
All right, next turn. I'm on it.
Esco, what are you doing?
SK's gonna like do a little roar at her like Wah! As she falls, and she's gonna also try and chuck her rope down.
Nice.
What is it you need to?
An athletics check.
Oh right, let's look then. She's pretty swift.
Pretty swift.
She's pretty swift.
If you notice, guys, but I'm pretty swift. We just hit 20 retweets. Oh my good lord. So, guys in chat, whilst Lee's rolling, Pearl has just fallen into a vat of molten cheese. They're in a goblin camp. A necromancer is in the cave. They're gonna go and try and find him out, kill him maybe. Underneath this line in chat, what happens next? For us, some ideas. Could be a good thing. Could be a bad thing. You guys decide. Make it cheese based. Lee, what did you roll?
The perfect number, 17.
Ah, indeed, excellent. So, yeah, you get a rope down to Pearl, and it's kind of like right next to her. So Pearl, you are kind of drowning in the cheese at this point, and it does taste good, but it could do with a few crackers and some red wine. But you do see a rope just kind of like slap down onto your head as you're covered in this cheese.
I'll try and like slide myself inside the rope and make me like a cheese-based yo-yo.
Slide yourself inside the rope.
I imagine is it
Slide
like
it
a
into the
lasso?
rope.
It's sure, I guess it's a lasso.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Through the loop.
Okay, cool. Faded Trolls Mead donates another £5. Says Pearl, roll a wild magic before you melt totally.
Oh my god.
Thank you, my friend. Let's look at this wild magic surge today one more time. Actually, just keep it up today. There's all those surges coming in.
I know you have problems keeping it up, Will. I've got 13 shit.
Okay. How did you know?
13's not good.
13? Did you roll that well? Was that?
That's genuine, isn't it?
That's
Yeah, it must be.
probably the lowest.
Yeah, that's what he rolled.
Fuck,
Oh my
this one's
God.
bad.
That's oh, no.
It's
13 is an unlucky number for a reason. 4d6 non-functioning eyes appear on the caster's face and head.
Oh my god! That's why you use so much concealer.
Oh, yes, okay.
Wait, so non-functioning.
Yes, 4d6. Can you roll me 4d6, please, guys?
4D6. I thought you said 1d6.
No, 4d6.
Holy shit.
Oh my good lord.
Yeah, just the 13.
Just
Why not?
13. Perfect.
Again.
Oh my god. Coincidence? You decide.
Oh man.
I have
Goodness.
15 eyes now.
You have 15,
It
Bob.
says non-functioning,
not
so the cheeky power gamer can't be like, well, my perception's better at least.
Well, as we all know, falling into a vat of of goblin
it's
cheese.
mutagenic cheese.
Mutagenic cheese is never good for one's health. And so as Pearl grabs onto the rope, he comes back out with 46 non-functioning eyes, which are, googly eyes, in that they just,
They just flop
they
about.
flop any
Roll around
direction.
his skull.
Yeah, they flop any direction that you're looking at. They're kind of googly eyes because they don't actually function. You can't see through them. And they're just 13 of them all over his face and head surrounding him. As Pearl, she's pulling herself out of the molten cheese. Believe it or not, it's kind of difficult to look at Gareth and think woman. To think 13-year-old
Beautiful
girl.
lady.
I can send you some pictures, Will. I'll change it.
I bet you can.
Oh my god.
This is incredible. So, Pearl, roll me an athletics check to try and pull yourself out of this mess.
Okay, yep.
By the way, while he's doing that, I love how the cheese that was created by wild magic was also the catalyst for the other wild magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheeseception. I got a 15, I think.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pearl, you pull yourself out of the molten cheese vat just in time as the spoon was about to gonna knock you out. And you come out.
I
covered
come
in
out
cheese.
weeping. I'm crying from all the ice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think it burned my face a little bit. It's okay. Have I got some burns?
You are now obviously full goblin.
Yeah, full goblin. All of it's
15
gone.
eyes.
Yeah.
With those always there.
Wow. Are you okay?
What's the matter? Is it my makeup? I'm sorry I kept it a secret, but people don't like goblins.
SK kind of holds your chin and like sort of turns your head and like inspects all the eyes.
She says, can you see out of these?
No, my eyes are here. What are you talking about?
No, you see everything.
I pull out like a proper fancy eyeglass and like take one look at myself and immediately drop the mirror into the cheese out of fright.
The mirror turns into eyeballs.
What?
Yeah, the mirror comes out with 46 new eyeballs.
I'm not going to be able to eat any of these now without thinking.
It's 12. That one comes out with 12 eyeballs.
I love the fact a mirror gets less eyeballs than me.
Yeah.
What?
They use most of them on you.
I'm a monster.
So am I.
Wait, did your makeup come off in the cheese or is it still there?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, did your makeup come off in the
Yeah,
cheese?
no, I'm full goblin now.
Oh god.
I've got matted, cheesy hair. I've got the 15 eyeballs. I'm crying cheese and tears.
You're so cute. You're a hot mess, literally.
No, it's okay. You're pretty to someone.
To someone.
Papa and Mama are never going to take me back. I'll never have couscous again.
I laugh at your misery. Oh my god, Eski just finds it funny. She's just picking the cheese out your hair and eating it.
It's okay. I help you with me.
I'm completely inconsolable. I put my head kind of down and just walk along like my life is ruined and I just have to accept it.
Good lord.
I'm
that's
gonna
sad.
go and like put my hand on your shoulder and just be like, yeah. I have no encouraging words. Like, that's pretty bad.
I'll never know how to be the same again.
I'm gonna be like, well, from what I've seen today, the weirder you look, the better your life is, apparently. People will give you free food and think that you're prettier than everyone else. So maybe you're in a good spot.
I'm eating up all.
I've lost everything. I work so hard. I just wanted to live a nice life. I didn't want to live in a cave like these monsters.
Whoa, boy.
I wanted to say something really profound then about being one with what you hate, but it's really not coming out right now.
Yeah. You guys see the cave before you. You can get over to the other side pretty easily.
Emran's just been kind of sitting there waiting.
All right. Well, let's
He
just.
knew this day would come.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna be like, hey, Pearl, maybe you should go first because like you might like scare him because you're like.
Oh, I've got to live for it anyway. No, I'll walk in.
And SK, obviously, you go next.
Shiny! She like dives after her.
Just in.
Yeah, you follow the cheesy footprints of Pearl, and into the cave. You see that there's a dead goblin here who's like covered in pustules and warts, clearly dead for some time now. He stinks awfully.
I kick his body as I walk past.
Why you do that?
It's not gonna hurt him, is it? He got out the easy way.
As you kick the goblin, it kind of grabs you with its like claw, and kind of looks up at you.
Can I just reach inside my kind of bodice and pull out the little rapier that I have and just try and pierce it? Or
Yeah, roll an attack roll.
sorry, there's a cat.
No worries.
13 versus AC.
Oh, kitty! She doesn't think you look like cheese.
She's licking it off. 13 is a hit.
And that's gonna be 5 damage.
Nice. So you kill this thing. Again, it seems like, or just put it down by the looks of it. And somebody said cheese. You put a creature down. The raven. Just gonna close that one out for a second.
Oh my god, what's it doing? Oh my god.
All
I
right.
just looked into it and I went blind a little bit. Oh,
Don't get back.
Such entertainment from such a simple thing. You put the creature down, and it seems to like die again, but it kind of gurgles horribly as it does so. Slumps back into the cave wall.
When he finally dies, can I like do a quick check on it? Does it look like this thing was undead, or was it still technically alive and now it's dead?
It did look like it was undead, yeah.
Okay, then he will just kind of he's not going to take a ton of time to do it to like fully, but he's going to kind of cast some sort of druid magic to begin its sort of decomposition as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
Vile, undead. They provide me no living material to work with.
Yeah, I'm going on that.
That's it. That's all he's saying. He's just commenting as he kind of keeps walking.
And you see that the tunnel opens ahead before you guys, and you hear a kind of sounds coming from that way. By the rules of that magic, yes, that goblin never existed. You're right, Charles.
No,
Yeah,
it was already dead.
Oh yeah.
I guess. Yeah, all right.
are you trying to rules lawyer something that use a D10 as well?
Yeah, I mean, so it died. It came back to life. You killed it again, so I'm gonna count it. So, Emran.
I thought it'd be funny if the necromancer never really existed.
So, Emran, you as you kill it, it just disappears suddenly, and
just see him stabbing like the ground, like a log.
You stab the ground. Pearl stabs the ground, and then you guys have no idea why he did that, and Pearl has no idea why she did that either.
I don't know, but it felt good, so I'll stab the floor another 3 times.
It's like Memento, like we all just kind of like what happened? What was I doing?
But yeah, you hear the tunnel open up and the kind of noises coming from further in. What are you guys doing? Of course, you haven't ran into any undead yet, so you have no clue.
No. Do we then hear this noise?
Yeah, you hear like sounds.
Something up ahead. I can't see it, which is unsurprising, but...
You're so like miserable.
The googly eyes look back at you sadly.
Like all of them, like
They all are crying at the same time.
Everything I worked so hard. My fluence of posture score is wasted. Was good with a good posture in a place like this.
Like, all I'm thinking about is like, because you have so many eyes, like I want you to sing the beginning of Mad World, and all the eyes are, like looking around and
all around me.
Like, and all the eyes are like they keep darting around. Like,
I found, if you guys look on the stream, I found an image of Pearl currently
On the where?
Where is it?
on stream. Actually, I can flick it on the Zoom.
That's amazing.
Oh no!
Oh, are they on little like bobble?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that is best birthday cake. I have to make that for you.
Oh, so funny. Thank you to Insafan for following as well. Welcome to the event, my friend. Let's go. Oh my god.
Bye.
Thanks,
Why?
Jake.
Again, guys, this is all completely canon. This was all
Yeah.
written by Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast published this.
Try not to spoil the cheese transformation for anyone else, just
Yeah.
because
If you've already read it, if you've already played
Yeah.
through it, then just
Yeah.
don't say anything.
it's a key point. When we get onto like the cucumber section, like no spoilers. There's a noise up ahead. Can anyone get a better look?
This
I
one
have dark
thinks
vision.
I was gonna say this one thinks she's invisible.
Oh yes.
Ah, yes. I do. Alright, so, Helazy, you wanna sneak
No,
ahead?
I'm pretty sure I don't still think I'm invisible. I feel like I was corrected.
Yeah, okay. This is a beautiful decision. So, who's heading up first, or are the group of you going together?
I
I'll
guess
go first as well.
yeah, you can scout ahead.
Alright.
Yeah, a little scouty one.
So, you guys see up ahead a creature with several stalks for eyes, and it is floating, is rather huge, and what the fuck is this? And it has a large mouth with a lot of teeth in it. Hey, what's up, Miff? How's it going, buddy? And it looks at Pearl and says, "Oh my."
Second picture.
Oh my god.
It's why Lacey goes, "Are you kidding?"
Are you serious? Oh my god.
I swear to God, if there is smooth jazz playing right now while I'm leaving.
Is this smooth jazz?
There needs to be.
He kind of turns and looks at you, and
Nice.
my, I wasn't expecting company like this.
Oh my
It's
god.
kind of like stalks her, floating around and like looking at you with its own googly eyes, Gareth.
What? Is this? Are we gonna die here, guys?
And I'm gonna go up behind her and be like, well, not if you go with it. And I push her towards him. Get it!
Maybe you'd like some souls to devour whilst you stay. Like I say, I really wasn't ready for one of my kind to come here, little spectator.
Give me a kiss. Do I kiss like this? Mwah.
Oh, we barely know each other. That would be far too soon to touch our tips together. And motions towards his eye stalks.
Was that your fondue outside?
Oh, no. I can't claim that to be my own, but I do partake occasionally.
You're going to have to excuse me. I've had a really, really bad day.
We can take things slow.
I'll have to ask my papa whether I'm ready to court, but
Of course, you must consult your lich in such matters.
Your lich!
What is your name?
My lich is crazy. My name... Well, I can't believe I haven't even told you my name. My name... My name is Gogglestalks.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and I kind of curtsy with like my cheese stained dress.
Oh my god! What? Ogle stalks.
I'm gonna go and like whisper in Pearl's ear and be like, let him eat the cheese off of your dress. I like it.
That gets them every time.
It's the oldest trick in the book.
Might I ask what you're doing in my humble abode? With such mortals with you. Should we devour their souls and feast on them together?
No, well,
Or the cheese.
they've not really done anything wrong. They were trying to help me, but things happen, Mr. Oglestalks. You're not really seeing me in the best day. Do you want some cheese? And I pull a clump out of my hair.
Well, I rather forward of you, but I don't mind if I do.
I slap him playfully.
I'm quite spent. After that.
Oh my god!
What Will's doing in chat on camera right now.
It's so dirty.
Well, I'll clean you off if you've got any cheese on you as well.
Oh my god, no.
Mr. Oglestalks, I am a lady, and I
Of course.
appreciate if you respect me as much.
Of course, no, yes, you are certainly a fine lady. How can I help you, other than sucking the cheese off of you?
What'd I tell you?
Apparently, there's someone causing some problems and spreading some diseases down here.
Oh dear. Not GTIs, are they?
No, apparently everyone's clean down here. They've been screened.
Good. Well, I heard there was a necromancer further into this cave. I could show you if you wanted.
Yes, it would be awfully kind of you. It'd save us a lot of bother. Is he one of the really bad ones?
Oh, I'm afraid he's been a naughty one, but nothing we can't deal with, I'm sure, my dear.
I mean, it's. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been quite a long day. So if you could take us there, I would really appreciate it. And
Of course.
I try my hardest. I really concentrate on getting one of my eyes to wink.
Of course. Well, yes, I can show you down to the Necromancer. Perhaps later we can talk some more.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we like take.
It
take
gets awfully lonely down here, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's been a very hard day. It's maybe now's not the time, but
No, of course, yes.
you're a nice.
We'll have centuries together after all.
Yeah, yes, apparently so. Well, don't let us keep you. How about you show us the way?
Of course.
And he's like stalks lead,
Let my tips lead the way.
and he begins to fly off towards the cave of the necromancer.
Now, Mr. Gogglestalks,
Yes.
you will remember the my friends here have legs. We can't fly off like you. I'd like you to.
Perhaps you'd like to take a ride on one of my tips.
If there's room for everyone, please climb on Mr. Gobblestalk.
Well, I don't.
It's too early.
I'm
for
not
that.
sure if you want to be gobbling these stalks. They're not quite edible, but you can certainly sit astride one or two.
If you could please just climb on Mr. Gogglestalks. He's going to help us with our challenge.
No, I couldn't. Please.
No, I insist.
I switch into my kind of goblin voice. Listen, just get on the fucking.
I'm gonna hop on the
Just the tip now, just the tip.
Like, clamber on as well and just hang on like that.
There we go. Now, much more comfortable for you all, I'm sure. We can go much faster. Now, hold on tight. And
Can I just say I've never ridden a beholder?
No, it's a
You
first.
should try it. And the beholder, Mr. Gogglestalks, floats down into the canyon. Or the
I
cavern.
can't help but hum A Whole New World to myself as we're
Yeah.
flying along.
A whole new.
And
Are you sure it's not Ogglestalk singing it to you?
Go on. Gotta
And
sort.
it's as he's flying you down into the cavern to meet the necromancer. Is where we're gonna wrap up today's episode of Princes of the Apocalypse. Thank you guys for watching today's show.
That was so funny. What on earth happened?
Fewer decisions, like they ruined me. That was so funny.
Oh my god.
I'd like you to.
Perhaps you'd like to.
Clips there, guys. Guys, what did you? Yeah, I need to kill the chat. What did you guys think of today's show? Let us know in the chat if you did enjoy today's show. Hit that follow button and join us. Please justify what just happened by following. And
If any of you could tell me what happened, I would appreciate it.
yeah, that would be
There
great.
is-
reread it because this is all.
This seems like
should
a
we
weird fever
book
dream.
you into therapy?
It feels like I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
there is no justification for what happened.
There is no.
There's no excuse.
No excuse. This was awesome. I did enjoy the show very much. Very funny. Well, rip seriousness. Yep. Fabulous DMing. Thank you.
Ogglestalks, he's in the book. He has art,
Absolutely.
all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know what this comment will rip seriousness. If you have read Prince of the Apocalypse, then maybe you'd understand.
Yeah.
All in there. It's part of the
All in there.
subplot.
You just gotta read between the lines.
Between the stalks.
This is what Chris Perkins wanted you to see.
This and loads of cheese.
Oh my god, thank you to Trolls Meeden. The Beholder would like to give Pearl a gift of affliction from the Birthday Madness table. Thank you, my friend. Let's roll that now, before we forget for next week. Thank you to Immature Ninja 69 for following, and Nihilist Duck, you both gentlemen and scholars.
I got a 65 on that birthday table. Here we go and have a look.
Let me know what that is. Oh man. We're gonna go around here in a minute and donate therapy bills for
65. Ooh.
65. I got mystery moonshine, a vial of liquid with an ever-changing color, 3 uses. When consumed by anyone, roll a d5, and there's a whole bunch of options. One's going to be I go blind for 24 hours.
with all of your eyes.
Oh my god, that just it's too much sense.
Next one is drinker goes deaf. Drinker begins to narrate their actions out loud for the next 24 hours. Drinker gains 10 plus max HP. Drinker gains +1 to all stats.
Nice, awesome. So, thank you very much for that, my friend. We're gonna bring that in next week, of course. Won't forget about it. Make a note of that, Gareth. Let's go round. What did you guys, the players, think of today's game, and where can we find you online? Let's start with Sydney.
Hi, this was so funny, and I'm so glad that I changed my character from last time because she was gonna be like really snobby, but it's so much funnier this way. So yeah, this was super fun. I can't wait to continue writing these talks with all of you. And you can follow me on Twitter. It's at SinDiddyKong, and I'll put it in the chat there. And that's me. I'm here on Wednesdays. See you.
Awesome. Gareth. Pearl.
I am, yeah, wow. I tried, I sat, I spent a while on character development. I tried to think of a multi-layered character that could be serious. Different ways to play it. And then the cheese came along. I'm going to try, I'm still...
That's when the Cheese Nation attacked.
I'll try and play it seriously. This character's gone through a massive transformation, whether it be kind of silly or whatever. It's still something I can work with. Obviously, her life is ruined.
Yes. Because
she had this family bit. So it's going to be cool to play with. And I love so much when you guys get interactive and do lots of different things. Like the Beholder's amazing. Like, how many other D&D games does that happen in? So it's really, really cool. Thank you everyone that donated and gives me items and rolls and everything. You guys are awesome. It's so awesome to come here on Wednesdays and play with you, and I love every one of you.
Absolutely.
Apart from you, I don't know who I'm pointing to, but one of you.
But you know who you are. Oh, dude. Where can we find you online, Gareth?
I'll be here. I'm Suddenly Panthers if you need me, but I'm mainly here sticking around, annoying people.
All right, Lee. Same questions for you.
What just happened? That was really fun. I had a great time. I'm really getting attached to Eske, so I hope because she's a little kobold, I hope she's like kind of fodder, isn't she? So I kind of wishing she doesn't die. But it's going really well. So yeah, I had great fun. I've never laughed so much, and for so many like random roles to make so much sense together.
I know, yeah.
That was so strange. Yeah, but you can find me here on Wednesdays. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, and I've put them in the chat.
Cool, awesome. And Askren, man of the cheese.
Yeah, I was dying laughing. Obviously, it's I don't know why this tends to happen. Is Gareth tends to be the one that like is the focus of the ridiculousness that happens in a lot of our games, but it's just. It was seriously too much fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like he said, though, I kind of created this character. Like, I found this really cool thing that I thought would make a really serious character, and then I got it. And I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? Everybody's gonna be a crazy old man, and he's in a party with 3 teenagers, and it's gonna be very weird.
Honestly, I'm really old. Just putting that out there. People keep saying she's a little kid. I'm really old.
Behavior-wise. An old man with 3 young children.
One quick thing, she was a goblin pretending to be a 12-year-old girl, not a 12-year-old girl. That's a very important thing to make.
True. 13 as well. Twitch TOS. 13.
Yeah, 13. She's an older goblin.
But still, I like Emran. He's a little bit different from the characters I used to play. I've been playing, and he's just going to be a lot of fun to see where it goes. And obviously, this campaign, you guys are a ton of fun to play with. Every week I say this, so. Definitely looking forward to it. Thank you for everyone for hanging out in chat. You guys are awesome. My name is Astron. I am the host and dungeon master of a Twitch channel called Exploding Dice. The link is in the chat right there. We are a live stream D&D channel where you can find us playing live D&D every Sunday, as well as a talk show called Fuzzy Dice every Tuesday. And then I'm here twice on Wednesday for Age of Worms and for this. And if you want to come hang out later, I will probably be streaming art. I'll be drawing some character stuff on stream later. So come say hi, and maybe I'll draw Emran.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'll probably stream. I might stream a little bit earlier tomorrow to make sure that we secure that 10k tomorrow. Thank you guys for all of the follows. If you guys haven't followed yet, do hit that follow button and join us, of course. Almost at 10,000 followers, which is going to be an absolutely incredible achievement for us, and we'll have lots of drunken shenanigans, celebrations, maybe a 24-hour stream to go along with it to celebrate that. So thank you guys for everyone who followed, donated, subscribed, watched the stream, had a laugh, and whoever suggested that viewer decision, good lord, that was fun. So you will no doubt see a clip of this on YouTube in the near future. Because that was fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST, followed by 4 p.m. EST for shows. Like I say, it might be a little bit earlier, we'll see. But at 1 p.m. I've got the Chat Plays D&D, the Winterhaven Havoc game. So if you haven't come along and played one of those games before, it's a lot of fun. I will DM for you guys in the chat. And at 4 p.m. we've got our community night Viewers Play D&D, where you can join in each week on Thursday at 4 p.m. and come along and play with us. I still have one free slot for that game, so if you haven't signed up, shoot me an email, shoot me a message, and we'll get in touch, get playing on Thursday. But thank you guys once again, so much fun. Last plugs for all my social media, YouTube's, podcasts, shit like that. Go follow them. Twitters, you know the deal. I will see you guys tomorrow. This was funny. I will see you very soon. And until then, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be here laughing when you do. It's farewell from us here at Princess of the Apocalypse. Bye!